Going down, you're the baddest Bajan artist ever.
Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me.
Yeah. That's what happens when people be playing around with their shit. Let me get my earbuds connected. Right. Drop. Right. Let's see how this goes now. Woyoy. Should be able to be.
Garrison. I mean, I say, yo, paparazzi, you smoke high grade from the rising of the sun until the going down. You're the baddest Bajan artist ever.
Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me. Meditate. Give me the herb and make me. She give me the herb. Cause I feel good when I'm smoking in my yard. I'm listening to some reggae songs. I feel good. I feel good. I'm a smoker and I'm proud. It's something I can talk about. Yeah. Well, every day me let the sweet sensimania for massage me brain. Everything slows down once again, and I can see clearly now. It's like the rain is gone, and I'm so into me going on. Every day me try to Babylon, and anything I want. So everything me size up before me put it on. Look at the good old herb, them keep me focused. So when me work, me see past the bogies. Sometimes me pan and I wonder what the weed contain. I just the smell alone tantalize my brain, and it never make me feel insane. Never give me the pain. So past the chip on the left once again. I make me drift into space.
Wheel, Slims. I got a weed. I got a weed.
Garrison.
Slims,
I mean, I say, yo, paparazzi, you smoke high grade from the rising of the sun until the going down. You're the baddest Bajan artist ever.
Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me. Give me the herb and make me. Meditate. Give me the herb and make me. She give me the herb. Cause I feel good when I'm smoking in my yard. I'm listening to some reggae songs. I feel good. I feel good. I'm a smoker and I'm proud. It's something I can talk about. Yeah. Well, every day me let the sweet sensimania for massage me brain. Everything slows down once again, and I can see clearly now. It's like the rain is gone, and I'm so into me going on. Every day me try to Babylon, and anything I want. So everything me size up before me put it on. Look at the good old herb, them keep me focused. So when me work, me see past the bogies. Sometimes me pan and I wonder what the weed contain. I just the smell alone tantalize my brain, and it never make me feel insane. Never give me the pain. So past the chip on the left once again. I make me drift into space. Kalanji don't tell them there is no time to gaze.
Well, welcome everybody while we set up and get everybody to line up in here. Blaxz Dun Da Place with the green screen. Oh, you trying to step up, is you? Are you? What's going on over there, bro?
Well, we're live on location. How me sound?
You sound beefy. You sound like beefy Blaxz today. You don't sound like vegan Blaxz. You sound like beefy Blaxz. You see? You see me?
Yeah, no, I'm on the road, so I'm not gonna make it all the way up the road. So pit stop around the corner, set up the laptop.
Dedication. That's what we call dedication. So how was your weekend? What'd you have going on this weekend? What did you was everywhere. So talk about where you was playing over the weekend and stuff.
This weekend, what I do this weekend? I went to a domino tournament. Every Thursday we do that.
Yeah.
Then I went to Island Mix. They have there every Thursday. They just started up. It's bubbling okay. Got some pepper shrimp over there. Friday night, what I do Friday night? Oh, Friday night was I was gonna say Netflix and chill, but I did not get
That-
beat at dominoes. Anyways, Friday night I played dominoes.
Who's that in the back?
Tiny
Yeah, I
run the
get it.
place. He has a
Oh.
vendetta trying to give me 6
One
off again.
sec. One sec, Blaxz. Hold on. Marsville, what's going on,
Okay.
bro? How you doing? What do I owe this lovely appearance from you from? What's going on? Big up Blaxz Dun Da Place,
Well,
by the way, Marsville.
You still was a little rough around the edges. You know what I mean?
What happened? What happened?
So you gotta sing the story right there. Babbzy. Come on.
Oh,
I say it's Marshall, you know. For all the ladies, them, you know. Yeah. If I were the carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? I were a miller. Babbzy, you. Babbzy, now you gotta do your thing, Babbzy.
no, you start back again. Cause listen, remember I can't sing, you know. I was just playing with Ricky and Blaxz. You come to show them. Let me hear it. Go start again. Let me hear you, man. Sing out something different, man. From the top, man. Let me hear you. Blaxz, look at this.
Dear Marshall, you know, for all the ladies, them, you know. Yeah. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If I were a miller and a mill should fry me, would you miss your lover, man? Your soft still shining. Oh, yeah. Babbzy!
You motherfucker.
See my love to loneliness. See my love to sorrow. Yeah, Babbzy.
Listen, you come and fuck up me on my own show, dog. Like everybody in the comments is like heart icons. God bless the man sound good. I was just playing with Blaxz and Ricky the other day. You know, you don't have to come embarrass me like that, dog. You got. So what going on with you? Talk quick, man. How we find you on Instagram and them things, man? What's going on? Talk new songs. What happened?
Where you gonna link here at Marsville, Marzvillalle. You done know? On Facebook is Marshall Roughness King. You know that already?
Yeah.
And we up top.
Big up yourself, man. Your voice still sounds sweet though, dog. You got me feeling the ways over here, boy. you know you team Babbzy. You know you team Babbzy for life. We love you over here
100%.
like cook food. Always. You done know.
100%.
All right,
Make
brother.
sure
Everyone.
music, you done know.
Yeah, support him.
For sure.
That's Mr. Gas It Up. You didn't know Mr. Gas It Up could sing, huh? Mr. Gas It Up could sing. So you know. All right, Marzi. Have a good evening. We love you. And you gotta give Blaxz Dun Da Place. You gotta drop a dub for Blaxz Dun Da Place. We gotta sort that out.
You never know the man could sing like that.
Just link up, man. Just link up. Everything.
Yeah, you don't know.
Babbzy, you know that.
Yeah, we could take care of that.
Yourself,
All right, big brother. All right. Easy. Blaxz. Man, counteract me on my own platform.
Bro, I was about to say that little karaoke segment you had the other day. You really start that thing with that one there.
Yo, listen to me. People be listening. You know, they be like, Babbzy, nah. You fuck up the song. So I want to see if my overlay is gonna work for me and you right now. I was trying to play with it earlier. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you in here. Hold on. Blaxz, where are you? There you are. Come in. Rock and come in. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. It looked too... Yeah, let me go back. Right. Yeah, man. No, the singing clips with us is like... But you didn't sing, though. Yeah. You didn't sing.
Who, me?
Yeah, you didn't sing.
That wasn't the assignment. That wasn't the assignment. You were showing us your knowledge of tune and lyrics, what you know about. See, that was the assignment.
Listen, you supposed to come and belt out some tunes, but we gonna save that for another day. I don't know where Ricky Turbo is. Ricky Turbo, where are you? Come rock and come in, sweetheart. We have a very dramatic week, Blacks. There's a lot of drama going on in dancehall. What? Why they doing all this drama shit right now? I don't understand. Why we doing this?
Honestly, I was actually thinking about that when I was driving over here.
Yeah,
Some people need negativity to survive. That's the only best thing I could say.
it's
But
insane the week.
we'll get to them one. But I just feel like there's a lot of tearing down going on, man.
Oh, it's insane. So JKD, the DJ, said, "Bless up, Blacks." Christina's asking if you gonna sing for us. Nikita said, "Pass you the karaoke mic." You know what I mean? Yeah, they want to hear you next week. Though we'll work on a little something for you. We'll get some ninja man we'll get some ninja man bars for you to sing. But yeah, this week has been very, very, very dramatic. But before we get into all the drama, what I want to do is I want to talk about some of the successes of the week, right? We
Yeah.
want to talk about some successes. So, topics board got to come in. I got some new hair. Look at yours too. Yours is looking a little cute and all. You came to show out. You put some carefree. You put some
I knew
carefree
this.
curl.
I knew this was gonna be one of those weekends, So
You look like
next year, make the right thing then.
you looking a little Douglas there. Are you sure you got no carefree curl mix up in that, bro? I don't know if that's real texture, fake texture. You know what I'm saying? That texture looks fraudulent a little bit, bro. I'm not believing
Nah.
you.
I have good genes. That's all.
You have good genes. So the milestones in reggae and dance hall this week. Gregory Isaacs hits 100 million streams for Night Nurse on Spotify. Can we give a you got a round of applause sound effect over there? You ain't got no round of applause. I got one somewhere.
I'm sorry.
I gotta look. I got you got yeah, man. Yo, you see whoever's in the back? Tell them I love them, eh? Tell them I love
Yeah,
them. Tell them whoever that is. Tell them I love them. I love them. Cause they understand the program. So Gregory Isaacs, 100 million streams for Night Nurse on Spotify. What do you think about that? How you feel about that?
I think that's actually really good. He's one of my favorite like foundation singers, and
Yeah.
I feel like it should be a lesson to like people that are making reggae music right now.
Mm-hmm.
Certain type of music has longevity behind it, basically.
Right. Understood. Totally. And
When
those
you look
songs, yeah, go
when
on.
you look at like Isaac and like Night Nurse, Kali Bud has that Love and Reggae song. There's only a few songs that you could see having a span like that, as far as it came out and people been constantly playing it through the years to this point.
Right.
The music we're making now, it plays for 2 weeks till the next one comes out. So
Right.
I just feel like artists should try to more make some timeless music right now. So you
I
have to big
agree.
up Greg for that one. That. Mm.
Right. And Peter Tosh reaches number 4 on the Billboard reggae chart with his album from 1976 called Live and Dangerous. Peter
There you
Tosh
go.
on the Billboard from 1976? Talk to me.
And you said he's number 4.
Yeah.
No. So you have to explain this to me. How is the album from 1976 number 4 on the Billboard charts from like right now today?
Yeah. Today's chart.
How? How is that
People are
possible?
buying it. So the Billboard chart for reggae and dancehall is an albums chart, and it's based off streams and sales, right? So when you look at streams, there's an algorithm for a certain number of streams on YouTube, right? That will actually equal one sale. Certain number of streams on Spotify equals a sale. right? And then they have their Apple Music, certain number of streams equals a sale. Then they have iTunes, which is the sales itself. People buy the albums there. And then they have Amazon Music, where they buy the physical hard copy. So that's the way that music is being charted on the reggae and the reggae
Right,
Billboard chart.
right now, across the board, right now, on the Billboard, Peter Tosh is number 4.
Correct. So that
That
means last week he streamed and sold the fourth best in reggae albums in the hit, like in the reggae category. So whoever,
again,
yeah,
again, this is a lesson again to all the artists. Them, this album came out when 1970,
6.
bro, and it's number 4 in 2023.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can pull up the actual chart for you, so you can see um the breakdown. So yeah, so that's how these charts are done. These charts are done by streams and sales. So a lot of people will be like, "Oh, we don't buy music, we stream." And it's like, "Yeah, you're not streaming, you're lying." Because if you were, you would see the reflection in the sales, because streams equal sales in this day and age.
Yeah.
So when you hear people say stuff, that's why they don't like me, because I'm like, no, that's actually not what's happening. You're lying. You can't be streaming right now, because if you were, your artist would be on the Billboard. They're not on Billboard because you're not streaming and you're not buying.
Or maybe they're just the only ones streaming.
Well, let's see if I can share this for you. Right. So, reggae albums, right. This week, number 1, Bob Marley, the legend. He's been number 1. Let's see if I can move this so I can see it. Yeah. So, he's been number 1 for, what's that?
Ever.
Consecutive weeks at number 1, 172. So, that's
almost
3 years and something, going on 4 years.
Bro.
Yeah. Why is this not loading for me right now? Lord have mercy. Yeah, so Bob Marley's been number 1 for 4 years. Right? Oh, it's telling me I gotta sign in. Hold on. I do have an account with them. Thanks, Billboard. I will sign in. So Bob Marley's number 1. He's been number 1 for almost 4 years. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there in a sec, but Sean Paul is gonna be like number 2, or Shaggy's gonna be number 2. Boom. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because you can't go around good music, right?
Right.
If a song is just good, too bad. It's just good. And if Bob Marley has an album or he has a collection of work and there's a lot of good songs, okay. My question is, do you see, and I'm not like, do you see another artist like reaching those levels aside from Bob Marley and Peter Tosh? And do you see maybe like a Barris, maybe, or do you see somebody reaching close to that?
Here's the thing about Bob Marley, and a lot of people might not be 100% aware of this. Bob Marley isn't an artist. Bob Marley's an actual business, right? So because of that, there's going to be extra money for marketing, extra money for a lot of things. So to beat Bob Marley out is tough, because they will up their advertising in a week that they know they might get beat out. So let's say next week Cartel's going to drop an album. They will beef up their marketing and buy. You can buy paid so there's paid streams. It's a whole big entire equation how they do the Billboard chart, right? It used to be MRC data, but it's Luminate now that owns it. And Bob Marley will push a marketing, because remember, Shensia came second to him, and Shensia's album launch, she went off in her album launch. to the point where she was talking about she wants cocky in her body and all kind of thing. Like she was really out here, like really trying to really get through with this album. And she still came second to Bob Marley. And she was on Angela Yee's podcast. She was everywhere. And Bob Marley still beat her with ease. Like she wasn't even close.
And the thing about it, why it's crazy is that, yo, Tickers, big up yourself. The reason why it's crazy to me is because, and this is more like what I'm trying to ask and say, even if you beat Bob Marley this week, even if you come second this week, how many weeks are you going to stay second under Bob Marley? And that's what I say. Who can hold out close to Bob Marley? And not who. Do you see that ever happening?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a one or two that can make it to just be not at Bob Marley as far as streams #1 on Billboard for a You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, you see, this looks away because Elvis Presley's not winning in his chart for 4 years in a row, right? Like, you understand what I mean? Like there's Marvin Gaye's not winning in his category 4 years in a row. They've already had.
They have way more competition.
All right,
But
that's what I'm saying to you. So the thing was, when it comes to Bob Marley, it was supposed to be Chronix that was supposed to take that baton from him, but Chronix fumbled the bag hard. He did the dumbest thing and I tell artists this all the time. Put your motherfucking cell phone down. You not no philosopher, bro. You an artist, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the people like me who have the stats and the facts talk about certain things. Go get Curry from up in the Maroons to go and talk for you, Chronix. What are you doing? Oh, Wasteman Obama hasn't exonerated Marcus Garvey's criminal record. What are you doing, bruh? How the hell do you think you gonna come and diss Barack Obama, the black president of the United States of America? You on Jimmy Fallon. Now, this is how artists don't understand how they get benched. So it's kind of good that we kind of talking about this a bit. You know how easy it is for an artist to get benched? They don't understand how they get benched until it's too late. Jimmy Fallon is on NBC. Jimmy Fallon is a #1 Chronix fan. NBC is a Democratic American channel that you have to praise Barack Obama on. They are not going to bring back Chronix after Chronix dissed Barack Obama. Jimmy Fallon is like, bruh, I can't even fuck with you publicly no more because you dissed Obama and I'm on a Democratic station. Like, people don't understand how deep this stuff runs, you know. It's deep as hell. You gotta be careful. Norris Man would love to take back that Suck Your Mother to Sizzler right now. Norris Man would love to take that back. Benched. Sit down. Hold a corner.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So, artists, sing your music. You're not no philosopher. You're not no Malcolm X. You're not no... I don't know why you want to be vloggers and philosophers. Go in the studio and build your tunes.
Yeah, that's it. Have something to say in the music and left it. Anything you want to philosophize, put it in the song.
Yeah. You're not going to be in Jamaica dissing Barack Obama in America. What are you doing? Nigga, talk about Andrew Holness. You know what I mean?
Unless you stay like Cesar Kalanji and you just really don't care for that market. You don't care.
Right.
If you don't care for none of that, then bro, live your life. And, you know what I mean? Clown up. But if you care for that and want your thing to reach certain places and accolades, it's just like what we were saying last week without getting into it. It's not to say you're with something or against something. Just don't even talk about it.
Yeah, like if you have a 9-to-5 job, right? And you were doing your job. You're not at your job talking about chichi man and batty boy and this and that. You just do your job and go home. When you an artist, do your job and go home. Like when you go to the rum shop, Chronix talk about Barack Obama at the rum shop. You know what I'm saying? When you go to light up your chalice and bun down Rome in what Temple Yard or Tenement Yard or Judgment Yard, like that's what you need to do. Like chill out. You not no Malcolm X, bruh. You guys get too hyped. you need to chill, because when
Yeah.
you talk on
Yeah.
certain topics, you gotta have the facts. That's why there's a Babbzy. That's why I'm the Gov. I got the facts. You know what I'm saying? So when I
Yeah.
talk on a topic, I can say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the facts. Buju Banton is the next one. Buju Banton is benched. Buju Banton is benched. He benched
Yo, Buju Banton,
himself.
yo. Me and Buju is a very good artist. I've toured with him a million times. I don't know. Me and him just can't get along. So when people are like, "Oh, Buju's getting benched and Ray," I don't really have no sympathy for it because he's the next one to me. His attitude sometimes rubs people the wrong way. Just look at his lives when he first came out.
Bruh, you come out of jail, right? Let me show you something, how these guys don't height. They don't understand how to height. If you don't know how to heights in life, you can't progress and proceed and and move forward in life. You have to understand how to heights on certain things. You now come out of prison. You come on a video and you're like, oh, Jamaica, then for free up Jamaica, cause poor people need money and this COVID thing. Oof, it dead off a blood clot, dead. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? Then he's like, oh, the crime minister of Jamaica. The crime minister of Jamaica. The crime minister of Jamaica? Let me put you in your place right now, Buju, so you could kind of understand yourself. Because I like you a lot. You my artist, you know what I mean? Are we a yard no life? No. Like, yo, you're my artist? But listen to me right now. You are one of the luckiest people in Jamaica. You went to America and got locked up for a decade because you in love with the cocoa, bruh. Now pay attention. Pay attention. When you came back from America to Jamaica, you got a homecoming that was so big. The only other person who had a bigger homecoming than you, Buju, is
Selassie.
Mandela. And Mandela was a political prisoner, bro. Right? When Dalton Harris won The Voice in the UK, or the X Factor or whatever it was that he won, when he came back, they had to duck mans through the back door where the janitors come through at 5 a.m. And the people that come in groundsmen and them come and punch their card, they had to duck Dalton Harris through the back door when he came home. He went and won a big, huge competition for Jamaica and got ducked through the back door when he came back. You went to America, you was in love with the cocoa, and you got a whole huge homecoming. You had a marathon of a tour, and you sitting down talking about the crime minister of Jamaica and this and that. Chill out, bruh. Chill out. The same respect that Andrew Holness and Babbzy Grange and them showed you to keep the shame out of your eye when you came home is the same respect you need to show them in return. If there's something that they're doing that you want to talk about, you're supposed to pull them aside and say, hey, we got to talk about something, Andrew. You got some time? You guys need to understand how to show respect when respect is shown to you.
And
you guys disrespect people that respect you.
It goes back again to what we're saying again. There's no need for, like you said, call bro God one side and say, make me talk to you. There's no reason why you should be bringing all the dirty laundry to the masses if that's how you feel about your country. In the Afrobeats world, they're not doing it. In the hip-hop world, you get what I'm saying? Dog, only in reggae we're doing that. The man, they need to cool off of that, bro.
Like, either you want to be a vlogger or you want to be an artist. You got to do your research if you want to get up here and start talking about extraditing criminal records. And, like, you guys need to chill and just do music. You know what I mean? I don't know what the desire is to come and chat and talk and say, like, go to the rum shop, right? Tenement Yard, Judgment Yard, what, like, 12 Tribe. Like, go and bun a spliff and talk to the man them on the block, and stay off social media with this talk. You're not researching these topics deeply enough for you to talk about them, and you look bad. Norris, man,
even if you researched it, bro, worry about music, dog. Yeah,
Norris, man. Norris, man, is one of the most talented artists out here, bruh. Why are you telling Sizzla to suck his mother on a stage? Benched. As yo, Norris, man, is one of the biggest disappointments for me. Cause he was hard. Benched. Benched, bro.
That's
You guys gotta
rough.
learn to chill out. So if we look at the, let's look at the Billboard right now, right? So number one, like I said, Bob Marley. Number two is Shaggy. Number three, so Shaggy Bombastic, 1993. Dutty Dutty Classics Collection. I'm pretty sure Infiltrate is probably the first song on this album, if I remember correctly. Infiltrate is 97, right? Live and Dangerous Boston 1976, Peter Tosh, re-entry. So then he's in front of UB40 Greatest Hits, Red Red Wine 1980, right? World on Fire, Wisdom, Set in Stone, Ziggy Stardub, and The Upsetter at the Star House Session. So if you look at these charts, right? They're basically telling you what dancehall and reggae keeps refuting. They're saying, "Oh, we like your 90s version of the music." This chart reflects that. Red Red Wine is there. These are all old songs, right? There's no other chart that's going to have songs from the 80s and 70s on the chart. So clearly they're saying, we don't like this new version of the music. We like this old stuff. And we will buy this old stuff, which is
Yo,
confirming.
that's crazy.
Billboard is confirming. Billboard
Nah,
is
that's crazy.
confirming.
That's crazy to
So
me.
so these are this is what I'm saying. So whenever I talk to people and I'm like, yeah, but the new music, and they're like, oh, you're bad mind. No, this is confirmation. These are the top streaming and selling albums in reggae for last week. So
Bro,
when you're
Shaggy,
telling me,
Shaggy
so
is
understand, Shaggy
but
is second.
still, bro. Like,
Sean Paul is third.
what are you gonna say about Sean Paul?
No, I like Sean Paul a lot. I don't know something to say about him, but I'm just showing you like
No,
this is.
because one of my colleagues is over here talking about. Of course, Shaggy's gonna be second. He's a part of the business part, like what you would say about Bob Marley and the marketing and Ray. But no, you can
Sean
say
Paul's not
Sean Paul
marketing.
is commercial, but
Sean Paul's not
Sean
marketing
Paul is
nothing.
international with numbers back of that, bro.
Yep.
And that's the top three. Everybody else, like to me would have loved to see a Bounty Killer up there, a Beanie Man up there, a Buju up there. What do you mean?
So that's what I'm
But
saying.
this is reggae charts, B. And none of the reggae what you hear in the dance, none of it is on this chart.
None. Zero. Zilch. So that's
crazy.
that. But so for Peter Tosh, he's not promoting nothing. Peter Tosh is not alive, and he's number 4. And probably what happened, maybe some documentary might have came out and people saw it and started buying the album. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Like these guys are selling and streaming still.
That's crazy to me.
More than crazy.
Like if I'm a reggae dancehall artist that has a career between now and the last 20 years, I'm hurt right now because
Of
it's
course.
like we're not doing nothing. I mean, we're doing stuff, but on the bigger scale of things. And again, that's critical because maybe you don't want to be on those charts. So you know what I mean? I don't know.
That's the
But-
thing. That's the thing. But my advice to these artists though is to stop getting involved in these kind of conversations where they shouldn't be getting involved in, because it's like, you need to chill out right now. You don't need to be talking about any of this kind of stuff. You need to relax, right? So
Yeah.
there was a very, very disrespectful week towards Ninja Man and Queen Ifrica, a particular blogger.
Okay, explain to me the Ninja Man part,
So
please.
this is all stemming around from another topic we have coming up next. So maybe we can put it all together. Tallup is a up and coming dancehall artist in Jamaica who used to be a dancer. She used to dance for Spice. So Ninja Man basically came out and said Tallup is the next big dancehall queen. You know, just running his mouth. usual shit. So I don't even like to call this person's name. I really don't want to call this person's name. So I'm gonna call them PD. So PD now, the vagrant vlogger, decides that she gonna take this up and decide that she wanna disrespect Ninja Man. If in a different era I would have played the clip of what she said, but I'm not even gonna play the clip of what she said about Ninja Man. She was like,
Give me
"Batty
give
boy,
me
you
a
know your
summary.
blood suck your mother." Like there was absolutely no reason for this blogger to go against Ninja like that.
So
Absolutely no reason.
what's her beef with Tallup?
Nothing. She's Team Spice, cause she's
What?
one of them bloggers that be on payrolls, right? They got payroll bloggers out here, right? And then they got bloggers like that's why when people accuse me of being on payroll, I get so mad. Cause I'm like, first off, how fucking broke do you think I am? These artists would pay 100 US for you to go. I'm not even in that. Like, what are you doing? Like, if I dropped 100 bucks, I'm not even gonna bend down to pick it up because I don't want to hurt my back.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let the wind blow that. Like, that's what these people are doing for 100 bucks, 50 bucks. They get up and they blog about people and cuss out people. So PD takes it up on her head because she's Team Spice to come and drag Ninja. Like, talk about his Batman son and Ray, like things that had nothing to do with the conversation. So now Ninja Man articulates a comeback of the decade. Like he actually, you know what? I should pull it up. He
Yeah, because
literally
I see.
he literally destroyed her. Like there was nothing to say after Ninja Man. Ninja Man talked about her. It was the saddest thing, and it's like from that there's just been clearly a meltdown. It's been clear that there's a meltdown over there. So pretty much what happened is Queen Ifrica then came in and said, "Yo, listen, Ugly Don, you need to shut up on Ray and Ray," and that's where all of this has gone down. So then, PD licks back and has some things to say about Queen Ifrica now. Talking about how Queen Ifrica's daddy fucked her. Take away yourself, you daddy, don't touch me, there. Your father rape you, and your father this and that. So it's like the gutterness of the conversation right now is so bad that it's like, what is this about? You know what I mean? Like, so people have been trying to talk to PD about the disrespect, but she doesn't care. Like she's just like, everybody for suck out their mother, come yam out my body, rah, 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 rah. The same five disses recycled over and over again. So my thing was the way that this person went against Queen Ifrica and the way that this person went against Ninja Man was insane. And somebody called her mom and threatened her, said that, yo, anywhere them see her, she gonna get hit with it. So now there's this kind of a outpouring of concern for her. Oh, it should never get to the point of threats. Yes, the fuck it should. Yes, the fuck
All
it
right.
should.
So this is my thing, and like I clash a lot, and like I even tell the man them, like if I know I'm clashing somebody that can get like super vulgar, like my kids and certain things, I don't
Yeah.
care what you want to say about me. But you see, like
Right.
my kids and my mom, do not refer to them directly. None of that, because they don't have nothing to do with music. And I just feel across the board, two things. If somebody wants to pay her and whatever, that's her hustle to go against my girl as the next dancehall queen. That's one thing. But you see now, this whole thing with Ifrica, the whole tone and context of her argument, bro, is a violation from the camera turn on, dog. You
Yep.
see? Because you're talking about who got raped as a child. You're talking about the people in Pickney. Like, you're just crossing a million lines. And I'm not telling you don't go and talk, and I'm not telling you how to feel, but dog. And this is what you have to understand again, because we want our music to get further. People need to understand that if you're not gonna show respect for your own music, nobody else will. You want reggae music to reach a certain place. Ifrica put out a song about a certain topic, right? And you just shit all over that shit. Are you fucking crazy? Like, you can't. So now when you're telling me people are calling her and she's getting death threats, that's by right, because you violate. You're talking about people's picnic and you're talking about traumatic experiences that you don't know how somebody feels about that shit.
Like, I always tell people this too. I don't trouble nobody. When you see me blaze somebody, it's because they came after me. I don't really trouble nobody. If Buju Bantan cussed me today, I'd be like, okay, you know what? He was mad because I gave my opinion on boom, 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 boom. You understand what I'm saying? But if he starts talking like when he see me, it gonna be don't do that. Because now you're gonna put the conversation into something where we respectfully disagree. To like, when you see me on the road, the man them that are with me are gonna be froggy and they're gonna think you on something, so they're gonna step to you probably first. And this is the
And
stuff
then you
that
have to
we want to
remember,
get. All right.
you have to remember, when she's doing that, everybody's gonna interpret it one way. But if you go after her in the same tone, right, it's gonna start turning into a hate crime online and all of these things. You can't really attack her how she's attacking you. I wonder if you know that.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Bro, you guys gotta fix up, B.
So that's the problem now. So now it's just reached this point where it's this whole gutter conversation about Ninja Man, Batman's son, and Queen Ifrica dad raping her and all these things. And it's like, bruh, these are both like, I'm not saying that Ninja Man and Queen Ifrica are perfect, but it's like, when you see people come and deal with the veterans in the industry like that, people always get mad when I make comparisons, and I'm like, you can't talk about, like, Ninja Man is in the category of a red plastic bag. You cannot talk about red plastic bag like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ninja Man is like a Gabby, a Sparrow. You cannot talk about the mighty Sparrow, Winston Soso, like that. No.
But if you're going to, why for that? If you're going to talk about Ninja Man and you're going to talk about Ifrica, then talk about Ninja Man and talk about Ifrica. You see, when she was saying bleach out dread and stuff, that was good stuff. That was good. Woohoo, forward. See? Talk about that kind. You want to talk about Ninja Man's in jail and that? Woohoo, the good stuff, forward. But now when you're gone over to the kids and all these other stuff, boo, tomatoes, off the stage. We don't want to hear you.
Off the stage.
Yeah.
So now, out of all of this, emerging a bigger conversation, because Spice is now being targeted by Tallup, right? Because Tallup is trying to make it and bust the name in the industry. So Tallup is actually saying stuff about Spice. She dropped a song about Spice. I'll be honest, I would play it, but I don't really trust these people. They'll copyright strike. Like, I don't really know Tallup like that, so I don't really want to play around, because she'll copyright strike and say that I have her content. Like, these people play a different kind of way. So Tallup dropped a song where she's talking about Spice, and Spice almost died and blah 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 and all kind of stuff. So this is what's gotten this to be, a potential clash on the horizon. But the thing for me is, I don't think that this is a potential clash.
Wait. Potential clash with who?
They're saying that it's a
potential.
They're saying, the peoples, that there's a potential clash on the horizon between Spice and Tallup. Tallup and Spice.
Did Tallup used to dance for Spice or something?
Yes.
You think Spice is gonna go in a musical war with her?
Me personally, hell to the no. Nah.
You guys are crazy.
Spice is too big of an artist to do that. Way too big of an artist to do that.
Happened.
Plus, Tallup's sister or cousin, I think, is the woman that's alleging that Spice's baby daddy raped her. So that's a whole messy conversation.
Like, how did they find that out?
Well, remember, she came out and said, this happened and that happened, and then Spice ended up firing them, and it was one big set of mix up. So then she came out and said that Spice's baby daddy raped her, right? That's what she's alleging.
Oh,
I
like
never,
with her.
not Tallup's sister or cousin. Sister, I think
Oh,
she is.
So was there a rebuttal to that?
Um, Yeah, there was kind of a rebuttal to that whole rape case. They came out and said, no, you kind of gave me the pussy freely. Like, what we talking about? Like, this wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was one of,
So bad I was hoping so bad that you're gonna say that nothing never happened. You see, from something happened, and I'm not saying he did it or didn't do it. I'm just saying once something happened now, this the crowd's gonna split now. The girls are gonna think that you raped her, and the guys are gonna think that you got the pussy.
exactly. That's pretty much what's happening right now. So, and I mean, that conversation is maybe about 2 years, 3 years old. That's like, when them other girls like Rebel and TC and all them danced for Spice. Like, it was just one big drama that went on. But Tallup dropped a song for Spice, and she goes hard in it. Those of you who are watching on the playback, you go put the song in and check it out. I don't want to risk it because I don't know these people, and these people can be weird when they're ready. I'm not saying that Tallup is weird. I don't really know her, and I don't really play
Yeah.
around. You know what I mean? Like, these people be funny.
No, that's
But
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
but what has happened now is people are saying that Tallup should not clash at all with Spice, that Tallup should be clashing with Sita. Now, let me say a few things about that. I don't really know how to say this any other way because I's a Bajan. Tallup, do not go round Sita. Do not go round Sita, Tallup. That's not even that. Respectfully, if you want to call in, if you want to talk about this, do not go around Rassel Sita. Sita will fuck up you. In one. In one. In one. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
don't
no
do that.
biasing because you have somebody, and I put it down to experience. You have somebody that does lyrics day and night, just does lyrics, okay?
Yeah.
And you have somebody that was dancing and now wants to be an artist. You might not be as seasoned as you think just because you did dip on a stage at one time.
Don't do it. Sita will bury you and dig you back up
I
and
lie.
bury you again. That is the
I
bad.
lie.
That
She'll
that
put a
you
nest in your head. What's the song we have? She'll put the bird nest in your head. What?
you can stop a bird from making a nest in your head, but you'll never stop him from flying over. No way. Listen, Sita is next level beast. Like,
Yeah.
and I know
Yeah.
that Tallup was upset, and they were like, Sita's nobody. Da 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 da. Sita is a somebody. She's just not known in Jamaica. She's very well known in the Caribbean. Jamaicans just don't really know her. Cause Tallup is like, oh, put me up against Jada Kingdom, or like, like Jada Kingdom. That's too big of a celebrity artist for you. What you guys gotta understand is that when you clash against people, you gotta be going against your weight category. You're not in a Jada
No,
Kingdom weight class.
no. And Jada Kingdom would done her, bro.
Yeah, like no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Spice is like going up against Mike Tyson and you're Conor McGregor. You don't want to do that. Spice is like the
Yeah.
knockout. She clashes men and bads them up. So you want to be very careful with Spice. Sita, I don't want.
Spice is not going to entertain her at all. Spice is
No.
not going to entertain her at all.
Sita, why I do not want Sita to clash is because Sita is from St. Vincent and it's going to turn into an island
So what's the
rivalry.
point? Anyways, listen.
No, 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 no. Also, Sita, you're probably watching, or you might see this on the playback because you know you watch all my thing. You see these other dancehall call-in show? Do not call in none of these shows. Do not go around any of these people. They will twist your name into the goddamn ground. Stay away from them. Stay away from JA Radio. They're over there. They don't give a fuck about your career, Sita. Sita, I've been rocking with you from jump. You understand what I mean? Stay away from
Hold on.
Wiz, and them. Just them wicked. Stay away from them. Stay away from
So
them,
hold on.
Sita.
Hold on.
Stay away from
So I have
them.
a question. I have a question. If in dancehall, right? Pasa Pasa and drama is what boss 50% of these artists. Wouldn't this be a good time for Sita to just done somebody and just make them know who she is?
No, here's why. Because Tallup is already in that whole what's the word I'm looking for?
I know, I get you already. I get
That
exactly what you're saying already. She's
her
in the
that
mix
gutter.
already. They don't know
That
Sita, but they
gutter,
know her.
gutter, like you see, dancehall is a place when you come and get in the mud. That's it for you. You're not gonna get out. That's what I was trying to say the other day when I was talking about why I should have never taken dancehall on my platform because you go in the gutter. So like now all of a sudden Shibata's coming for me, right? So you know I gotta hit Shibata for 6 because I'm the sobers blogger. So I gotta let you know you can't fuck across, you can't cross the border. Whap! But now that you whap Shibata, right? You got that caliber people now that's gonna come for you. That's why I don't want to talk about PD, the blogger, because those are vagrants. You understand what I mean? Like you gonna bring it. I don't want Sita to go down that road. Like JA Radio's like their qualities ton up and all that, but they're vagrants. And the dude Wiz is a yo. If you wanna know what a lion looks like, look at that brother there. That brother will drag your
Okay,
name.
wait.
Like
Hold
I
on.
don't want that for Sita. Sita's building and she's trying to get stuff like that for Tallup is better for like maybe somebody like Kizzy Don. Kizzy Don
All
can
right.
handle something like that. I don't know if you know Kizzy Don,
All right.
right?
Hold on. 'Cause you just said you said a few things here just a second.
Yeah.
Now, now you're saying something about if you should have touched dancehall or not. Now, I do think it's important that you do touch dancehall and stay with it for one reason. Because I feel like when people look at Babsy, they look at somebody that's telling them about the Caribbean. And whether they like you or not, they're still a part of what you represent. So the only thing that we all hear, even in the comments, Christina, we just have to try to navigate of what is going on good. For example, Sita is dancehall. She might not be Jamaican, but she's dancehall. So
Right.
now we could have a good conversation of what her next move should be in dancehall. But that's what, to me, you should focus on. Like you see, PD now, we probably give her one more talking point in the next show in 6 months, and after that,
Yeah.
because we don't want to get caught up in that crap either.
Right. That's my fear for Sita, and my fear for Sita is these call-in shows, especially JA Radio, because they just care about views. They don't give a shit about what happens to Sita afterwards, right? Because the Octane Cargo Clash was going good till they started mixing over on JA Radio, right? And then all of a sudden it's he said, she said, and I know that nigga is a like. I've been like I already know them, so I don't want Sita getting caught up in that because I know that you know Nuffy knows how to deal with them and Nuffy endorses Sita, right? And
I think the best way to see what you're saying is that in the element that if she takes that on that she's coming into, she doesn't know where anybody stands because she doesn't actually have a relationship with any of those people. So you don't know what their relationship is with anybody else. And we don't want Sita in the position to find out after the fact.
correct.
So it's better
Correct.
to just play it safe
Articulate Blacks.
than
That's why you're here.
prevention better than cure.
Yeah. I'm protective of a few artists. You know what I mean? I'm protective of, well, more than a few. But I'm very protective of Bungie Garlin. I'm very protective of Little Rick, Skinny Fabulous, Peter Ram, Allison Hines. There's a list, but Sita, I do not want to go into the mud as a Vincy. If she was a
Yeah,
Jamaican
I'm there with
artist, I I
you.
would
I'm there
I
with
would you know what I mean? But because she's Vincy, it's gonna go against her, because once she starts mixing with these bloggers that lie, they'll be like, oh well, Sita called me last night and she said blah 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 blah. If Sita's like, no, I didn't, blood clot, small island gal, liar gal, blood clot that, like, nah. I don't want that for Sita. You know what I'm saying? St. Vincent is
and we're not saying that they're all gonna do it, but we
no.
don't know who's gonna. We
That's
don't
why
know who's gonna do it.
correct.
Let's be
I
safe.
don't want that for her. I don't want that for her. Remember, St. Vincent is a 13-minute flight from Barbados. You know what I mean? Like, that's my
Yo,
neighbor.
big up Union Island and Beckway. You done no scene.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that for Sita. I don't want Sita involved in the mud. So that's why when I hear you
No.
guys in the comments talking about Babbzy and Caribbean blogging and this and that, you know what I mean? I just don't want Sita in that mud. I want her to build her career. I want her to focus on finding a tune. I want her to gain the recognition in dancehall internationally as she should. And she's been working towards that for a while. She just got known on Sting this year because she was actually on Sting, and I don't want her in the mud with these people right now. I don't. It's not a good move for her strategically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But that's where. So they want Tallup to clash Sita, and I'm like, hell no, 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 no.
Management
We gotta
job.
find somebody for Tallup to clash. YouTube people are mixed up. They don't care. Like, they don't work directly with artists. And like, even the same J Radio, they say it all the time. We hate artists. We don't care about artists. So how the hell are you a dancehall blogger but you don't care about artists? Like, nah.
No, devil's advocate. Anybody that feels that way is the artist them fault.
Think so? I'll give you the history about them off air, and I'll tell you why they don't like artists. It's because the artists don't like them, and it's because they're mix up and lied. So that's kind of why it is,
Okay,
right?
no, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay,
trust
yeah,
me.
no, that's
When it comes to the
fair.
bloggers,
That's-
these people are
You
serious.
kind of set the
All
tone before they get the opportunity.
true. All right, blacks. All right. All right. So now, speaking of clashes on the horizon, this is one that I believe is on the horizon. Now, work with me here, guys. I believe that Alkaline and Jamil is on the horizon. And I believe that Alkaline and Jamil are going to clash before this year's done. I have a feeling that they're on the horizon.
Each other?
Yes. Now I know they're assuming that Alkaline and Chronic Law is on the horizon.
Right.
But Alkaline and Jamil is on the horizon.
Where did he get that from?
Because Jamil keeps talking about this Obia thing, and he's not calling no names. We all know who he's talking about, right? Alkaline is gonna just get up a day and be like, yo, ratatatax, and hit him and be like, yo, you talking about me? Ray tay 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 tay. Oh, Drea Nation's there. That's Drea Nation. Alkaline is Drea's artist. But I believe that Alkaline and Jamil are on the horizon because there's a lot of words thrown, and I feel like both men have something to say to each other. Chronic Law and Alkaline, they don't really have no real issue. Chronic Law jumped into the squash Alkaline. situation a couple years back, 2019.
See, all right, because I'm seeing this whole thing different.
Tell me now.
I could see, you see the alkaline chronic law?
Yeah.
I could see that because remember, alkaline went by after Popcorn, everybody, but he's not doing it. In my opinion, I feel like Alkaline is one of those artists. He himself has had a very strategic career.
Right.
So when he clash people, and I'm talking from the tattoo eyes, like if you look back and look at everything he did, Bati Wash all the way up, it's very strategic. He like Vibes Cartel. They very
Right.
strategic until everybody knew who he was. And then he broke out and then he started picking war with people. Not because he had war with them, but because maybe they're on a level that I need to be compared at that level. So I'm going to go after them. So the Chronic Law, I see that one. The Jamil thing, I think people are misreading, or maybe I'm not catching it.
Okay.
Because of their relationship.
Dynamic. Dynamic.
It's I
Dynamic.
can't say
Not
relationship.
relation.
That's a wife to
Just
that.
just be
Okay.
safe and say dynamic.
Because of the dynamic of Movado, Alkaline, Jamil. Remember that whole family thing they were
MVP.
doing?
Right, right, right.
Right. Because of that, firstly, I don't see Alkaline warring with the man publicly like that, number one. And I feel like Movado would be like, bro, you can't do that. Second of all, the Obia thing, whether Jamil is talking about Alkaline or not, and that's where it's a thin line. Because if he is, then maybe Alkaline will react. But I could react. But I don't think he is. I just think that you have to remember, Jamil for the last like 3 years has been going a serious spiritual journey. If anybody been paying attention to Jamil, he been going through it spiritually. And I don't know
Right.
what happened, how it started, but he been going through it spiritually. So because he still does music and is trying to keep it on that level for where he's at spiritually, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's why we're hearing these obia connotations and talks. But I don't most of me doesn't feel like he's actually directing it at someone. He's just saying it because he feels that's the energy around him. And because of the whole MVP situation, I don't see that.
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't see that.
Wholeheartedly believe the next time Jamil refers to Obia, him, and this and that, I have a feeling Alkaline is going to throw a subliminal right back at him. Because Jamil's been talking a lot, and he's not saying who, and there's a lot of speculation. And I have a feeling that Alkaline is going to be like, yo, pussy, talk up and say, well, I want. You know what I mean? What up, nigga? Like, what's up? Like, what the fuck? Like, I have a feeling Alkaline's just gonna snap and just answer him a day and be like, yo, who you talking about? You can't be talking about me. I
I
see
hope
that on the
not, man.
horizon. I really feel like that's gonna
He
happen more than the Chronic Law. But
I
of the
hope
two
not too.
clashes, for Alkaline, the Jamil would be better for him, right?
Why?
Because the Jamil would be better for him because
He's
they're
gonna
kind
win.
of, but that would be better for him. Chronic Law
Oh, same.
is going to rupture his spleen. Chronic Law is going to fuck up Alkaline like in one, bro. And the problem
Nah,
is,
yeah.
hold on, hold on.
The
Let me listen.
confidence.
Hold on, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. We've seen a few clashes over the last bit of time. Vegas and Bounty, Cargo, Ioctane. These clashes were not really on the ground in Jamaica. Because Chronic Law runs the ground right now, this is a very bad move for Alkaline if he loses, because this will write him off permanently. He will not come back from this.
Nope. Nope. This is what's
It's
gonna
better
happen.
for him to go against Jamil, because if he loses to Jamil, it's not going to be as big of a sting. But Chronic Law at this stage, like beefed up Chronic Law, he is going to
No, right.
rupture Alkaline spleen.
lyrically, you're right. But as you just said, what you just said, I'm like, yo, it's better for him to war Chronic Law because watch this.
Okay.
If Alkaline wars Chronic Law, whether he wins or he loses, he's gonna have at least one hit song. Tell me Chronic Law's last hit song. He has songs. He's a great artist. What's the last hit song? We're playing every dance. Alkaline is gonna get hit song on Chronic Law ahead, whether he win, loses, or draw. Remember, after all, that's in the middle of the popcorn thing. He was going against hit makers. That's why that war was a little hard for him. He's going against a man that doesn't have no hit songs. He just has a bag of lyrics. So what he's gonna do, back into the system, guy. He's gonna make a one song about Chronic Law. Everybody's gonna sing. Chronic Law needs a hit, bro. And I'm not saying he doesn't have songs that bust up dance, but they're not on. You just went through the Billboard chart. They're not on no charts nowhere in no time. I'm
Okay,
sorry to
so
tell you.
you're a man that plays out every weekend. Of the two artists, of the three artists, Jamil, rank them in one, two, three that you feel right now.
As far as play in public,
Yeah, selector.
Alkaline, Chronic Law, Jamil,
Okay.
in that order.
Okay.
And you see, when you go Chronic Law crazy in a party, it's one of those parties where there's like certain manner in the dance and certain like it has to be a certain set of people in at the party to make the Chronic Law then bust up the place. Outside of that, bro, you're in the hills and remember that tune there? That's it. No, I'm lying. And Government Badness.
What about
Mike
empty?
can squeeze your mic can squeeze a 1-2 in there, but nah. Alkaline, he has hits right through that play for the girls, for the bad man, them, for everybody. Jamil, he's in the juggling if he's on the rhythm and you have time and you're feeling that mood. Like
But
he's not
remember,
even
Jamil,
mandatory.
Jamil Studios in his house too, though, right? And he produces his own stuff. And Jamil went up against Chronic Law already. That's why this is a very interesting dynamic. But I really think that the Jamil and the Alkaline is more likely to pop off than the Chronic Law Alkaline.
And you know why it's messed up? You know why this whole everything I said is messed up? Because one of the wickedest Clash songs I heard in like the last 10 years
Hmm.
is Jamil's Instant Disaster.
Oh yeah.
If anybody knows that song, Jamil, Instant Disaster, bro, bro.
Listen, I'm telling
And
you, it.
he's talking about bare people, not nice everybody. He's talking about bare people in that song.
Yeah.
And he's straight like, bro. So that's why it's messed up. But like lyrically, it'll be good. But if I'm thinking about how Alkaline is strategic, he's gonna get two hit songs off of it, and by time 5 years pass, you're gonna remember the hit songs and barely remember the war. And him rich again, new Benz.
My concern is I want Alkaline to focus on the crossover to America, collabing, being more visible, working on that whole I don't do this, that type of show, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's got to get out of that. And I don't want him in this clash for that reason. I want him to build his career back up to where it was. And I feel like this could be potentially a very bad thing for him if he goes forward with this. That's just how I feel. I always play it safe, even though I'm like, me, I'm the shotter. But like when it comes to certain things, like I want to see Alkaline back on top. I want to see him doing his thing and getting back the respect post Frass, Jordan, and Not Nice.
Yeah, you never said nothing wrong. I don't think he fell off. I just think he's in his own direct lane. Like there's a couple artists that like in their own lane and like they have their fans and they're gonna always stream. That's how because that's the temperature in them. So like you might not go to a party and hear the news Alkaline fucking up the place, but
Yeah.
if you go like online and look at his views, whether it's the videos or the songs, people are listening to his shit, bro.
In Jamaica, he has a very high Jamaican so if he has like 10 million streams on a song, like 9 million of them are Jamaica, right? Like he does well streaming, but he's doing well streaming in Jamaica predominantly.
So what do you think it will take for him to cross over international? What do you say, one Afro Beats collab?
No, I don't feel like an Afrobeats collab will do that. He did a reggaeton collab and it kind of was like, eh. I think he needs a collab with a rapper, but like somebody who can kind of bring a certain kind of dynamic out of him. So like a Busta Rhymes, a Nicki Minaj, somebody who still has a Caribbean feel to them in a sense, right? The problem is Busta Rhymes and Nicki Minaj, highly respected, but they're not in their prime, if that makes sense.
Right.
I want an artist in their prime to you know what I mean? Because I mean, Busta Rhymes did a collab with Skilly Bang, did fairly well, right? But it would have done very differently in the Busta ya era, right? Like it would have been an insane difference in the put your hands where my eyes could see era, right?
Yeah.
Like so when an artist is no longer in their prime but just respected, I don't want that for Alkaline. I want him to be with a Caribbean understanding. Oh, Coi Leray.
Yo, I thought about Coi Leray. The first person I thought about was Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy, only because in that side of the world, a damn man there run the place.
Yeah, but I think NBA Youngboy is a little too grimy for Alkaline. A little too grimy. Durk, I don't want Alkaline caught up in that drill war with FBG
I hear
Duck.
you. I just think that a song with either one of those guys will make everybody know who they are if they don't know by now.
True.
Because everybody's gonna hear about the song, whether they like it or not.
True.
I
agree with that. I agree with that. It's just those two guys are very beef driven, and I don't want Alkaline. I don't want FBG Duck's mom cussing out Alkaline. You know what I'm saying? Like you understand what I mean? Like, yeah, cause that shit is like eternal. Like they be going at it for the rest of their life. So that's kind of what it is. But speaking about other people in dancehall, my tune of the week. You know that my tune of the week gotta go to Mr. Cartesian. He's from St. Kitts. Byron Messiah. Right. He's been endorsed by the Trini. Swanee. But he's actually from St. Kitts. And he's running the show right now.
Yo.
North side. Alash, Kilish, Kalash.
Z-Tech.
Da 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 da.
Yo, Kelt.
Say you're bad from which part? Tell a pussy we never dip dog. Like Chinese war, so the clip tall. Show it up and make you fall from your disc dog. You know one none of this cars, man a big dog. I saw you disappear as if I never did ban. Me know a couple kilo, me know just a sing song. With the people your mother tell you keep farm. Z-Tech full of bam like Islam. And if you make I come, me know the enemy. Them a pray and me know they're not sorry for me. People are ball and a skin, cause we bad than we mean. Bloody crime scene calamity. I saw we shoot out, we and figure Canada G. Make them have a experience, no gravity. And tell a pussy we no laugh, we no take talk. Violate people are dead dog. You shoulda keep in your bed cause the Talibans them a make quack. We no laugh, we no take talk. Badness how we end us. We not show people feeling up in a red grass. Yo, Taliban's like them near we a show guns. Make you not sleep at your yard in a 4 months. And so we make people a more out. Like y'all get fucked down a whole house. Laugh bars full of care that me sure about. And if you see me travel with a 9X, and none no politician with me I go vote out. 4 kilo, 4 seat and 4 rounds. Remember me born Kingston. The love party forget love drink rum. AK shit like a Jada Kingdom. Everything I get fucked like strip club. So me stay sharp. When I play that, do we get it one time in the same spot? Like iPhone, where your ear drop. I mean I give a fuck if I not be a back. And if you make I come in, know the enemy, them a pray, I mean, no, they're not sorry for me. People are ball and a skin, cause we bad than we mean. Bloody crime scene, calamity. And so we shoot out brain, figure Canada G. Make them have a experience, no gravity. And tell a pussy we no laugh, we no take talk. Violate people are dead dog. You shoulda keep in your bed cause the Talibans them a make quack. We no laugh, we no take talk. Badness how we end us. We no show people feeling up in a red grass. And tell a boy we no laugh.
Let me tell you, this song is huge, and I'm happy for him because you know he's from St. Kitts, right? A lot of people are like, no, he's from Trinidad. I'm like, no, he's from St. Kitts, and it's good to see.
I love that so much. I love that so. This song right now, I don't know if you guys are on the road. This song right now, you remember you were talking about money pull up?
Yeah.
May I tell every selector right now, if you need
Money
extra
pull
gas money for go on, make a nice proper speech, healthy speech, and drop that song here. And you're supposed to have at least $100 to go home with. At least.
$100. Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see him making some moves, you know, because like I said, like the gatekeeping in dancehall is vicious, you know what I'm saying? So when you can get out and you're not Jamaican, it's like just use that, you know, as to your advantage. You know, one of the things that he's done is he's using the Jamaican patois, right? So that's gonna work for him because like he's not gonna be able to sound like he's from St. Kitts and do a song like that. Cause they got guys that do music, right? Like even in Barbados they have Bajan dancehall, but these guys are talking in Bajan. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, you're not gonna cross over talking Bajan like that, bro. Nah.
Honestly, you're right. 80%, because the other part is they're not doing what Byron is doing. They're not doing what Swanee them are doing. You see, from them man they get song, them go around everybody place.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the artists them still have to do a work. But you see, because he's from St. Kitts, I love that. Because it just makes everybody know now, okay, there's more than Trinidad now. Kids now. And like what nothing don't catch right now, one of the number one things people ask me for when I go into parties, like especially in like fests, they'll be like, can you play Guyanese dancehall? I'm like, you're not even from Guyana. They're like, yeah, but they have this youth. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So, but if everybody does their job, people's minds are going to open that good song. Dancehall that doesn't have to just come from Jamaica, just like soca doesn't have to just come from Trinidad.
Agreed.
Just like,
but let me show you. I want to show you something though, cause this is one of the top dancehall artists in Barbados. But you gonna crack up when you see this. Hold on. Let me rewind this for you.
Fat pussy girl, welcome to big cocky world. Push me cocky straight in you, make you twist and you twirl. Tell them it's true. Madam but yo, baby girl, please tell me what you come by me for. You can't become to just bar, but the pussy on the crank star. Cocky long like corridor, tell me what you come by me for. You can't become to just bar, but the pussy on the crank star. Cocky long like corridor. The girl come by me and she talk about she want watch Netflix. Look, I drop a big long cocky and I tell she look give me neck this
no,
week.
no.
Fuck the condom, your
I'm not
pussy
gonna
is
allow you to
sick.
do that.
Look,
No.
I guess she about your man. She said, bro, I want some fresh dick.
Listen.
I rub it and stab it, cause your pussy ain't raw like broomstick. Tuna. She said, forget the week. I want you to come for my pussy sooner. Cause your body bend like the half mooner. And it don't want black just like a pruner. If you ain't want give me your pussy, give it to shooter. Please tell me what you come by me for. You can't become to just bar. Put the pussy on the crank star. Fucking long like corridor, tell me what you come by me for. You can't become to just bar. Put the pussy on the crank star. Cocky long like corridor. Can't come by me and play. You want smoke out my bossy. You mad? Can't left in a bike like you ain't inside my seat. Back shot and break down the chassis. Long bait foul and hot up the pussy. Look, the crank star love them shave. I don't like the bushy. Please tell me what you come by me for. You can't become to just bar.
Yo, the first time.
No. I'm not gonna. Yo, me a dancehall defender. I'm not gonna allow you guys to do that. Yo, Babbzy. In the Beijing charts, where is that song?
That was an older song, but it was up there. Like, what you come by me for? You can't come to just par. Put the pussy on the crank star. Cocky long like corridor.
No,
like
and I'm not saying it shouldn't be there, but I'm just saying. So that was like a big song before in
huge, bruh. Brutal crank stars
the song's
huge.
not funny, though. But
It's the accent. Well,
certain
that's what I'm trying to
times-
show you.
So we need to make it regular so we get used to the accent because the man cocky long like corridor, every gal in the chat. I'm crazy.
Listen, when I heard that line, I was like, yo, Bejas be friggin' going in. Like, they be
And
going
it's a song that is relatable. Because you see the man them that are living dating life and gallus life. What you come by me for? You understand? They can relate to the song. Unless they don't have the corridor, then the whole part they're different. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I can't stand you sometimes. What you say? If they don't have the corridor.
I'm just saying, there's parts of the song that is relatable, and there might be parts that might not be relatable. But if it's a big song in Barbados, then when they went to every carnival, they should have requested it. And we need to make the other songs more into the mainstream. And everybody went.
Crime Sons Remix. Is it Dirty Android? One already know. Remix. Monday evening and again at you we. I know laughing tongue hopping a road tree. I gonna when they back how my girl next to me and the driver move off and start the party. Had the music blazing band shaking the conductor man holding on and just jonesing staring at my girl and play he start posing. I got my girl smiling. You gotta be joking. You won't believe what happened to me. He gonna when they back up but bus fare please. I said we well you don't get that bus fare for she. Tell me now your girl sweet so your girl right free. In fact sir the van too full. Step off the
What is it?
No. Okay, so I've played in like many islands, Jamaica, Trinidad. All right, he's Beijing. This song done the place in Barbados.
Yeah, no, it done the place in a lot of places. That's what I'm trying to show you. But that's
you can hear it.
They do their, but he's in his dialogue. He's in.
Please be careful, I tell you now, boss man. You can't be talking to me, cause if I get off for this, man, my girl rolling with me to tell me, hun. You know I got a class at 4 and it's 3:30 now, man. Shut the people door. The van move off and left me outside and my girl in the back seat getting all wild up. I landed you and call my girl quick. Girl, what part you waist? It all after 6, she tell me, hun. We done. Delete my number. Burglars can't compete with conductor.
Right? You said
No.
But you're laughing because you understand Beijing.
Watch this now. And we're going to talk about this because remember, we're going to talk about local selectors and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember, you see, man will play local. They're not going to know this song. They're not going to play this song. You see, man will play in Jamaica, Miami, and New York, and Toronto. They're not going to know this song. You see the man them will play New York, Barbados, Jamaica, England, St.
Yeah.
Vincent. They're gonna know
Right.
this fucking song, and they're gonna play the song and get money pull up. And that's when you're in the party and they're like, "What song is that?" And
Right.
half the dance knows what's going on, and the other half is like, "What is he doing?" But that's when you get to know who's actually local and who's international, bro.
Right.
Because when you go, same thing with soca, same thing with dancehall, whether you like it or not. When you go to St. Vincent, remember, when you go to St. Vincent, there's a lot of songs that we hear that will play, but there's those
Right.
5 to 10 songs that only play in the Grenadines, brother.
Right. 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 Right.
And
Right.
go from Union to PM now, right? Petit Martinique now. There's a whole next 5 to 10 songs on the whole Grenada strip, you know. And then
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
go, you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So when these guys have the songs and they touch above sea level now and people start hearing them,
Yeah.
that's when everybody that's from those places, because I only know about Trinidad because my brethren them were beating them in my head like boom, boom. And then all of
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
sudden,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
well, you have to just make, if you hear a song you like, you have to just tell the people or tell your favorite DJ, please, can you play this? And when you see somewhere, please, can you play it?
Right.
Because that's the only way to bust the gate for your gatekeeper friend. Them.
Yeah. So that's going into our next topic. So traveling selectors versus local selectors. So this is a major issue I find in Toronto, where the majority of the selectors in Toronto do not travel. So because they do not travel, they have a very limited view of like what kind of music is big out here and who's listening to what. So you, as a traveling selector, tell me what you. When I say vlogger, traveling vlogger, I mean traveling selector. Tell me how you what like what you as a traveling selector, you know, what is your frustrations or your observations with local selectors?
I don't think local selectors are willing to take musical risks that international selectors take or are willing to take. I'm gonna use joggers as an example.
Okay.
You see Noah?
Right.
Noah came to Toronto. Noah had a dancehall set to play. And dancehall beat since 2 o'clock. 2 p.m. dancehall music play at least 6 times.
Yeah.
When Noah came in and played, he took a risk and played some slow jams and Whitney Houston and some different things. Same thing with Rigo Suave. But they took those risks because you know that, and this is the thing that local selectors don't get. There's songs that everybody knows in your area. Like I'm talking about Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. Like everybody knows in your area. And then there's songs that everybody knows around the world, like Michael Jackson Beat It.
Right.
But there's also the songs, like you know how you have like stage shows and there'll be that little artist that's doing the warm up. You never heard of them, but they have 50 friends from their block. There's also
Yeah.
those. So
Okay.
what they don't get is with the levels of music, there's certain shit that everybody knows. So whether it's hip hop, R&B, slow jams, there is these certain songs that will play and you're gonna get a reaction no matter who you are.
Right.
Local selectors now, they're stuck in a frame where we're playing these top 10 songs. We're gonna start with the Buju selection and they keep it like right there. No, it's bad. It's
No,
bad because
understood.
like there was a time like when I would leave Toronto, we're in Canada, and Toronto's like the big city for the country. And I would leave here, I'll go to Edmonton, and they are more up to date with music only because they have to get it online and they're used to that. So, but they're more up to date than the big city.
Right.
What are you
Right.
about to say?
No, I'm saying you're right. Like I'm just agreeing with you. Go on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so my point is the reason they're more up to date is everybody in the community is listening to music, which is like everywhere. But the DJs are taking more of a chance to play this because it just came out and they liked it. Over here, I just feel like a lot of DJs are stuck in their ways. Like even for myself, I can walk in somebody's dance at like 2:30 in the morning and play a whole round and not play back any song. And a man's gonna say, "How did that happen?"
Right.
Because you guys play all the same songs.
Right.
So if I ask you did these three songs play, I already know what you guys played for the whole night. And I feel like that's everywhere. It's not just Toronto. Like
Yeah. No, it
that's
is
why
everywhere.
out of town DJs always do good when they go out of town to other places also because again, they travel a lot, so they're using different songs before they get to the bullshit everybody hears every week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're taking musical beats. So as they go out but the local DJs in every area, to me, they're sticking to what they know and they're playing it way, way, way too safe. So
Yeah.
that's my problem. Everybody plays it way, 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 way too safe.
For me, my thing is as a vlogger, right? I feel, and you can correct me or tell me what you think about it. I feel that vloggers should have kind of stepped in and taken up some of the slack for selectors from an educational standpoint, right? Because as we know, selectors are not really going through music like they used to before. They're just hearing this guy play at a event yesterday and then downloading what he played and then playing that tonight. So I felt like vloggers were going to kind of be that bridge to kind of help the educational aspect of the music. But I find that vloggers have just kind of come and done the same exact thing, but in vlogging, where they just don't travel, so they don't really know what's happening out here. And I don't feel like you can critique Sumfest from a pay-per-view link. You gotta critique Sumfest from being there. Because I remember a time where I went to Sumfest and I was listening to a review of it, and they weren't at Sumfest. They were just talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, Massacre's outfit looks so thick and heavy," and and I'm like, Massacre's outfit was not thick and heavy. Like it was just they were nowhere near really what was happening, and it was clearly because they weren't there. And I always tell people, like, if you want to be a part of the music, you need to be a part of the music. You can't be a part of the music sitting down watching pay-per-view links.
So the one thing I'll say about vloggers is that you see how you play people's songs and stuff. For the one and two that I'll go in and watch, I could only think of one that promotes 1 to 3 songs in each of their episodes.
Tough, right?
When they start out, they'll start it and they'll drop a song like this is the artist for the week, and then they'll go, and if this is the artist, Ray, and at the end they'll, you know what I mean? Outside of that, I don't see them promoting music.
No.
They're talking about everything else around the music, but I don't see any, like, they're not promoting the music. So if you want to be what do you call it, an armchair quarterback, and watch it from online and stuff, that's fine if the artist you've been promoting for the whole year is on that show, right? But you're not promoting music.
Here's the problem with vloggers now. Vloggers are, what's the word I'm looking for? They fall in the same category as lazy selectors. So basically what's happened in vlogging is it's not the type of vlogging that I do where I am into the music, understand, what's happening, whatever. What
Yeah.
these people are doing to gain traction quickly is they're picking sides in dancehall. So they're coming out and they're saying that they're Gaza bloggers. They're coming out and they're saying that they're vendetta bloggers. They're coming out and saying that they're unruly, genocide, six, whatever. And they're picking a side. What happens when they do that now is they only blog about that artist. So if I'm a Gaza blogger, I'm pretty much only going to be talking about Vibes Cartel and probably now UTG, his sons, and maybe Tommy Lee to an extent, maybe Popcorn to an extent, depending on where Cartel stands with them at that particular moment, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
because Cartel does not have enough content for them to blog every single day, what they've now had to turn to is the lies, mix up, fighting against each other, attacks, because there's nothing else for them to talk about. They can't come and say, well, Movado dropped a new tune last week, right? Because they're Gaza. So they can't big up Movado. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
yeah.
problem in vlogging. They've all come into this thing where they're not talking about music. They're talking and backing one artist or two artists, and that artist, don't care who they are. It could be Chronic Law, who drops new music every week. You still have nothing to talk about him for 5 days of the week, right? You're going to talk about the song he drops Friday and maybe a show that he does Saturday. But for the rest of the week, you have nothing to talk about. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to the mix-up, lies, attacks, and whatever. And that is the problem with vlogging, right? Because when I came into vlogging, I had to prove myself. You know what I mean? I'll tell you a story. Like, one time I was in Jamaica. This is when I first started. And I'm sitting down. Harry Toddler's there. Kutchi's there. A whole heap of people are there, and they're playing a song, right? And the song is Please Mr. Please. So the men are talking and they're like, who that sing? And they're like, Pam Hall. And they're like, nah, man, that's also. And then I'm just like, no, Please Mr. Please is Barbara Jones, right? So they're looking at me now like, oh, this like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like that kind of way. So I'm like, yeah, Barbara Jones. So they're like, I don't know what she right. So then they went and called the man selecting. They're like, yo, who's in that song there? So they're like, Barbara Jones. So they're like, Bombo Clanster. So then they're like, yo, drop our next oldies and make me see what I go on. Drop the tune. To Love Somebody. I'm like, easy shit. That's June Lodge. So they're like, yo, who that I sing? Because they're like, no, man, I'm Pam Hall, man, I'm Marcia Griffiths, dog. And I'm like, June Lodge is singing that song. They're like, who that? They're like JC. So they're like So they're like JC Lodge is singing that. So they're like, no sir, jukebox this. So they're like, give me another tune now. So then they drop Lolita, Eric Donaldson. None of them don't know. They're like, I think Stewart that dog, Eric Donaldson. So Harry Tyler's like a blood clot jukebox this. There's no way a young girl you can know them song the dog. Like, so he starts like being like, bring the camera when we go out on the road. You got to start doing this dance hall stuff. You got to come in the reggae side. Like, you know what's going on. Like, you got to come on this side with us. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, these guys haven't gone through that. They haven't gone through having to answer, like, who's this and who's that. They can tell you when Cartel sang Dirty Panty, and they can tell you when, you know what I mean? But they don't know the music of, and that's where the problem is coming. So the selectors don't know the music, and the vloggers don't know the music.
Hold on. Because you see this local versus internet traveling selectors.
Right.
There's many layers to this. So you just touched on the first layer as far as music, as far as risks and how to know what to play, when, where. All right. The next part between local and traveling is with the clash songs.
Right.
You see Mighty Crown? They're actually a big sound. You know
Huge.
why? They go everywhere and kill people and clash and do good. and I'm gonna say this with no disrespect and no apology. You see, like the Soul Supremes of New York, and you have Soul Supreme and you have King Addies. And people like to compare Soul Supreme and King Addies. You cannot compare them. Soul Supreme is a local sound that clashes everybody in their neighborhood and flies them up. King Addies will kill you in their neighborhood and fly over to Trinidad and Jamaica, wherever you want to clash, and
And kill
kill you. That is
Maximilian over there in
where
Jugglers.
so you have some of these little clash guys running around. But that's why you see like Jimmy Spliff, big him up. I clash Jimmy in Bermuda. I don't live there, neither does he. You see, some
Right.
pussy can't talk because you only clash. And here's the problem for the Toronto sound. We're not dissing Roots Man in these sounds, but when you're in Toronto and you bring 50 of your friends, royalty, right? And everybody votes for you because they came for you, they're not being real. You know the difference?
Exactly.
I will come to the dance with 50 of my friends, and you see if I play like shit, my friends start the booing, not the dance, my friends. So you see now when I got to go to Africa and Germany and win trophy is because I actually know what works and actually knows what doesn't. I've been
Right.
around locally and got the truth and used that, and because I
Right.
play around internationally, right? So in the clash world, a local big sound,
Hmm.
and I don't like them because you're a local big sound.
Right.
But then you have international big sound like King Turbo that
Right.
don't get the respect they should get because they killed in their house and killed outside of their house.
But I think actually they do get the respect because I'll tell you something. Like real talk, when I travel and somebody
Yeah.
hears that I'm from Toronto, they'll be like King Turbo. Like that's like they always say King Turbo to me.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
You might hear the odd time somebody say Rebel Tone, but most times
No,
when I travel, they're like King Turbo. You know what I mean? Like that's who they're talking about.
no, you're right. King Turbo gets the respect. I just feel personally, as a youth from Scarborough, they should be regarded as like King Addies, Jarro, and Stone Love.
Okay,
Like
I see what you're
Stonewall.
saying. I see what you're
You get
saying.
what I'm saying? You need to be regarded like that. If you guys rate Supersonic and Warrior and these guys from Germany and stuff, guy, the man is supposed to rate King Turbo in the top 5 around the world without thinking about it twice. And
Right.
it has to be a conversation. You have to remind people. You don't have to remind nobody about Kilimanjaro. You don't have to remind them about
Right.
Stone Love. When you think of
Right.
Canada, I shouldn't have to remind you about King Turbo.
Right. Right. Agreed. 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 I think
All right.
part of
So
that though is due to
yeah,
the
yeah.
split of the so they're seeing okay, think about it. No, be honest, be honest. Look if we look at Adiz, right? Let's say Kingpin was the specs where he was on like more of the upscale, you know what I mean, situations versus
Watch
like
I'm
you
gonna
would
done you.
see.
Watch I'm gonna done you. Watch I'm
Okay,
gonna
come,
done you.
come.
Stone Love.
Right.
Stone Love. Me
All
done
right.
talk.
All
Road
right.
not on Stone Love officially. Does Stone Love have a problem? Everybody still rates them as the big sound from Jamaica and Ray. Does Rory have a problem? He's
Agreed.
getting
You're
booked
right.
out. He's putting out music. Right? Yes, if you want to go into the politics, it's there full 100,
You're right on
right?
that.
But when you talk about big sound, Stone Love is in your top 3, whether you clash or whether you juggle. And when you talk about top sounds internationally around the world, and you talk about Canada, we shouldn't have to bring up King Turbo. Everybody else should bring it up first. We're
Agreed.
always fighting to make them recognize, and they should recognize it, bro. And that's just
No,
how I
agreed.
feel about.
No, I
So
totally agree with you. The Stone Love example is actually a very very good one because you're right. They do have Billy Slaughter and this that and whatever. You know what I'm
Bass
saying?
Odyssey, look at Bass Odyssey. They split up, and they're probably wiring up to right now with the two sides playing around. Nobody
Right.
gives a fuck. Everybody knows country sound. Bass Odyssey. you didn't even have to know. Kids say that shit on the road. Like
Well,
it's,
that was my
you
sound
understand?
as a kid because like Squingy was my like I love Squingy. I used to listen to Poison Dart a lot too, but Bass Odyssey was my sound, and then Red Flame obviously was then my sound before I went to high school, and then it was King Turbo, but Rebel Tone is me and everybody are good. You know what I mean? Like Black Reaction, I'm good with Blacks, but like I don't really know Kamal like that. You know what I'm saying? So for
No,
me,
black reaction. Black reaction. Trust me, they're. If you're good at blacks, trust me, you're good at Kamali and you're good at K9. You're good at everybody.
yeah,
Like those
like
guys, those guys are like genuine. Like
yeah, man,
they're good
Blacks.
to
No
go. But
matter
wait,
wherever
wait,
I
wait,
see
wait, wait.
him,
Hold on, hold on. There's still one more part to this
go.
local versus traveling selector, and there's two parts. There's two parts to this.
Okay.
There is, you know what? No, it's one part, but it depends how you look at it. So when you're the traveling selector that forwards to somebody's town, playing with the local selectors, one of two things happen. Right now, like in Toronto,
Mhm.
people are saying that you're bringing in these guys from all over the place. Because I seen in the comments, who was it? I think it was Nikita, Diva.
Yeah.
Somebody said how New York DJs are trash. Somebody in New York or that has lived in New York, I feel would more say something like that. Out of town, I feel like 70% of the time they actually do good. And that's again
Hold
back
on.
to all
I
that
want to
travel.
read a comment to you. So someone says, so I guess not talking about Jamaica don't work. I knew it. Dancehall can't stall.
No, no, no. I'll get there. Because Banky was here last week at the Valiant show. Banky's from Banka, sorry. He's from Jamaica.
Mhm.
And he fucked up the dance in like 50 million pieces. Me, Steenie, we're all there like, and we caught certain little things as a DJ, how him a do him thing. But the point
Yeah.
is, as far as I'm concerned, the man lifted up the dances. And if we're talking about overall juggling, Jamaican DJs have it because
Mhm.
people think that dancehall in Jamaica is
No,
dancehall
they're
music night.
cussing me in
It's
the
not.
comments. So what happened to leaving dancehall behind? They're addressing me.
We're not leaving it behind. It's a part of the Caribbean. We had that convo. Listen, we're not gonna address the comments because if you logged in late, then you'd even know what we're talking about. Because we already addressed that. We're talking about music in the Caribbean and dancehall falls into that. I feel like that's simple. Anyways, my point is when DJs
Mhm.
come from out of town, local DJs sometimes play songs and do things to outshine them, which kind of downplays their thing. So, is it a thing where the out of town DJs in certain places are coming? Like right now in Toronto, it's a problem because if you go on Instagram, the mayor, everybody at top about you bring in these people
Mhm.
and they're not busting the dance. I played a dance with Boom Boom them one night and they're like, "Oh, Blacks, you done them." It's not that I done them. The man them played it safe because they never played for that crowd.
Right,
You
right, right,
understand?
right,
So,
right.
like, I get where they're coming from. This is not nitro dance in the banquet hall. It was a different type of environment. So the man them played it safe. But are the DJs, the local DJs that are doing the early one before you bring them on at 2 o'clock and you open the doors at 10, are they doing their part to make sure this guy has his best performance? Or
Mhm.
are
Mhm.
they trying to show that they're better than this person?
Right.
And that, and in certain places, they give you that respect.
It's true.
Certain other places, they're not giving you that. They're
It's true.
dunning you, and you are gonna have to scratch and dig for your forwards and make us know why your name. And I've been through it. See? And that was the last part of local versus traveling. Because what you don't get is back to the musical risks that we're
Yeah.
willing to take because
Right.
these songs work. You see,
Right, right,
when
right, right,
you,
right.
I always tell certain selectors this, like the young youths I'm coming up. I'll be like, it's better you leave me with all the songs. Because you see, when you go out of your way and beat every single thing, I'm gonna have to dig for a Stevie Wonder and bust your head. And everyone's gonna be like, I'm the god, and you're gonna be like, how the fuck?
You're
But
right.
you put me in that,
Right,
and I
right,
know
right.
music, been around the world, and everybody knows Stevie Wonder. Everybody knows.
Right,
Mix it with a
right, right,
Michael
right.
Jackson, everybody knows. And when I drop a popcorn after that, whether you played it or not, I'm gone. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So that was the last one. Local DJs, do you give the out of town DJs a chance to do what they do, or are you wheeling off to tune them and trying to flop demand them? And international DJs, are you delivering every time you touch down? Because the next side is, if I'm international and I'm done to play, you know what that means? I'm gonna done the place no matter when I play. So if you want to play all the songs, and
Yeah.
international DJ, if I paid you $3,000, $2,000, $5,000 to come and shell my party, I don't give a fuck what played. Did you do your job? So it's on
Exactly.
both sides, right?
Agreed.
So
Agreed. Agreed. Let me address what's going on in the chat right now. Um, this type of nonsense is exactly what you guys are doing that is going working against you. This dance hall discourse podcast came about weeks ago. This is not a new podcast. This is not coming this week or last week. This has been going on for over 2 months now, right? Now, last week I made an announcement about the Soca International Day, right? When I sat down and spoke to the bigger heads in soca, like the fans and the people who understand this thing inside out, they were like, no, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna build towards the International Soca Day in the next 365 days, so that May 1st next year, you're gonna have the milestones in place and ready to go. Because you don't wanna put yourself in a situation where you're rushing yourself to try to prove something to people. You wanna do this strategically, and you wanna have all the right players in all of the islands on board in your movement towards International Soca Day. So on May 1st is when I spoke to the fact that in the next 365 days, the Heart of the Caribbean project, right, which is starting, you will see the articles in the newspapers over the next couple of days. Yeah, they've already contacted me, the Loop Caribbean and Loop Barbados and Loop all, like, relax, right? We're taking a different approach, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that we meet the criteria for the Grammys, because we don't want an album category. We want a singles category for the Grammys, because soca artists don't make albums, and that's going to put additional strain on artists in soca that they don't need. They have singles. So we're looking at streamlining what we're doing so that we have the right billboard, so that we have the right Grammy, and so that any other awards, whether it is the Soul Train Awards, the American Music Awards, even the Mobile Awards, they have an understanding of the categories. So the flop that you're saying that happened on May 1st is not a flop. It's a restructure, and it's a strategic move to move more intelligently rather than rushing out and jumping out and doing nothing. So the day that I spoke on the live when I was combating you all, yes, I said on May 1st, watch and see, but it doesn't make sense to do it that way, because the other people gave their opinions who are a part of the soca industry, and they explained what they're looking for. So no, nothing has flopped. If I were you, I would stop doing this, because you're not proving any point. You're just proving that why dancehall is in the situation that it's in. You're just confirming it. The trolling, the stupidness, you're not helping. I guarantee you have not bought a dancehall album this year. I guarantee you have not bought a dancehall single this year. I guarantee you have not supported one dancehall artist for the entire year. But here you are in my comments trying to troll me, trying to stop me from speaking about dancehall when the majority of my listeners are not Jamaican. Who's speaking to them right now? You don't have anybody. The non-Jamaicans are not listening to the Jamaicans online. The Jamaicans online are bickering with each other. So who are the people from Montana listening to? They're going to listen to me in the morning when they wake up. That is who's listening to me. So the division you are pushing is not helping your music. This is why I say you guys are idiots. You have no fucking clue what you're doing. You're tearing down your own self. You're not tearing me down. You're proving the point. You are proving the point that Jamaicans are divisive and they're struggling with their music and they don't want anyone else to talk about it. So when you Jamaican come in my comment and tell me, shut up, why am I talking? You are confirming what everyone else is saying. That is where you are. Jamaicans don't buy music. The world buys music. So why are you trying to silence somebody, right? Who is out here trying to promote the music? When I came off the live today, the amount of dancehall artists that called me and they're like, Babbzy, are you really gonna just drop dancehall? So I said, I'll still do the Dancehall Discourse podcast with Blaxz and Ricky because I don't have a problem doing that podcast. But the normal stuff, I don't want to do. They're like, Babbzy, you cannot let trolls who do nothing for dancehall push you out of this.
Like, honestly, like, I'm upset with you now because you made me start reading comments. I'm not here for the comments. Remember me tell you, even on my own social media, I don't read comments. Forget about the comments.
Hold on. So why I'm the one said that I'm leaving dancehall? Are you? Hold on. Are you deaf? I just explained to you why I'm not leaving because the people who are a part of the industry are saying don't leave. My soca segment is called Fantastic Friday.
Wait, stop. And that was the whole. That's why. Remember, I just said, I'm like, if anybody logged in late, we have to just ignore that because we already had that part of the conversation. You yourself, forget Tuesdays. You represent what's going on in the Caribbean. And whether they like it or not, whether I like it or not, whether you like it, or whether you fucking like it or not, dancehall is a part of the Caribbean. And whether we like it or not, certain things you've been saying as far as Grammys, monetize, as far as what's recognized if you're not from Jamaica, things are true whether we like it or not. But this is a part of the Caribbean. So it's not about if you want to let it go and allow dance. No, you're not allowing the Caribbean. No matter which part, which corner, we're dealing with the Caribbean. And
this is what I'm saying. Like, that's what happened when I came off the live.
As much as man want to type in the comments, big them up. Saint Kitts have the biggest tune right now. Saint Kitts have the biggest song right now. I don't know what's going on
in dancehall, but you're in my comments contributing nothing to your music. You do nothing for your music. Absolutely nothing. You don't buy no artist music. You don't support none of these artists. You don't buy their merch. You buy nothing from them. But you feel like you're going to come in people's comments and troll them out of a topic. When I said that I was leaving dancehall, yes, I said I was going to leave it behind because I said I was going to deal with the soca movement and go forward. When they explained that what is the better approach for the soca movement, and when I spoke to the dancehall artists and they were like, hell fucking no, are you leaving dancehall because of some dumbass trolls on YouTube? Well, no, you're not dropping.
That's what I was
So that's why I'm here.
One bad apple spoils the whole bunch because the fact of the matter is, we have Jamaicans in the comments. We have dancehall people in the comments on the live watching it, and they don't feel the same way, nor are they behaving the same way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
this is like the, I didn't even want to say it. A, B,
No,
C,
there's
D, F, G.
let me tell you what it really is. There is a level of disdain towards me. A lot of men have it and a lot of women have it, but they're for different reasons. A lot of men have it because they cannot get up here and build a 500,000 follower fan base on their own. They don't have that skill set. They can't speak. They talk like they got water in their mouth, and they don't know their music well enough to get up here and speak about reggae and dancehall. And they come from Jamaica. So they resort to this bullying, drag down thing against me because I bother them because I'm better than them. And they don't like that. This is what this is about when it comes to men. Now with the women, they don't like the fact that last week I had an afro. This week I got a 24-inch straight with a little bit of a bend in it. Like, this is what they want to break people's spirits. And I keep telling you, this spirit here, my mom left me the resilience. You're not going to break me. You're not gonna break me. Go try and break Mackerel and these people and Queenie and go spaz out Queenie and them. These is people that don't have the build up that they need so that they can deal with you. You're not helping your music. You are a part of the problem. You're a Jamaican that's on social media talking and you have no clue what's happening in the music and you don't buy music. You don't support any artists. You are exactly who we are trying to combat against. You do nothing. If you were to open your phone right now and show me one song you bought this year, one song, you have not bought nothing. You are not a supporter. You are a spirit of confusion and divisiveness. And this is what we are trying to pull out of dancehall. So when we're saying it's divided, it's because of people like you. Get up and go on somebody's page that you like and want to follow. Stop getting up and going on people's pages that's trying to put things in place for the entire region. You're not helping. If you want to help Jamaica, go and help Jamaica with there's Andrew Holness and crime plans. Go and invest your time into that because you're second in the world for murder rates. Go and help your people. What you're doing to me in Canada is nothing. If I drop down tomorrow, the ambulance is going to come and pick me up. When I get to the hospital, I got a chair to sit on. I don't got to sit outside in the grass and wait in the rain under a tarpaulin. Like, you invest your time wisely. If you're really this big time hardcore Jamaican, go and help Jamaica. They need your help. Desperately. Now, there's another one. One more thing I'm going to say. There's another one, and I want to put you in your place, and this is why I'm the governor, and you're going to understand why the people put me here. There's this thing you keep doing about your tourism, and we're jealous of you and this and that. Yes, Jamaica has the number one, some of the highest numbers when it comes to tourism in the Caribbean region. But there's some other things that you should actually go and pay attention to. The tourism workers and hotel workers in Jamaica are the most exploited workers in the entire Caribbean, hands down. They are paid the smallest wages of the entire region. Pay attention, right? And in addition to that, right, they are being taxed right now. And the hotels that are running them are not paying the taxes to the government. So when they lose their job or if they're laid off during slow times, they cannot go and collect unemployment, even though they're making the least amount of money in the Caribbean. They're being taxed the most and they have no recourse when they lose their job or they're put on time off for a certain amount of months because the hotels are not paying their NIS unemployment for them. Why don't you go and voice for that for your people so that Sandal stops exploiting poor people in Jamaica? So the reason why you're having higher tourism numbers is because a lot of these prime ministers have pushed back against the exploitation of these Caribbean people. Your prime minister didn't. Your prime minister is giving tax concessions to these hotels in Jamaica for 40 years. So they're allowed to import alcohol, food. They're allowed to import anything that they deem that's related to the hotels. They do not pay corporate tax for the next 40 years. They don't pay property taxes for the next 40 years. And they're exploiting hotel workers in Jamaica. Why don't you go and make your voice for something like that? right? Since you're the big, bad, smart Jamaican, don't play with me when it comes to the intellect of the Caribbean. One of the things that I do, I know what the fuck is happening left, right, and center. The employees in the hotel and tourism industry in Jamaica are the most exploited and oppressed workers in the entire Caribbean. The reason why you have high tourism numbers is because your prime ministers don't give a fuck how your people are being treated on the back end. They don't care that they don't have NIS when they're laid off, and they don't care that they're the least paid people in the Caribbean. And if you did not know this, the hotels are in cahoots with the airlines. So yeah, Air Canada gonna get 2 flights a day. WestJet gonna get 2 flights a day because they get a kickback whenever they on their website send somebody to Sandos or the Grand Bahia Principe and all of these other exploitive hotels that is on Jamaican soil right now, causing your dollar to not grow. So why don't you ease off me? Ease off me. There's a reason that I'm here. I'm not no cuss bird that don't know what they're talking about. Right now, Sandos.
No.
Right now, Sandos in Jamaica, in Barbados is halted because Mia Motley is like, what the fuck you mean you're not gonna pay no taxes in Barbados? The fuck you ain't. You gonna pay taxes. Right now, Sandos is halted in Almond Beach and St. Peter. Pay attention to what's going on in your country. So get the fuck out of my comments and go and deal with the people that's oppressing your people. It's not me, nigga. I'm not the one fucking taking their money and then not paying it on the back end. Go deal with that.
No,
if you're an intellect.
Hold on. I was with you. And then, you see, you always have that bridging when they get vexed, they just mash up everybody's show. You see, when you guys talk about the resort them now, right now, people can fly out for $1,500, $3,035, nice and neat and feel sexy on the beach. You come make this whole big speech now, you know what's going to happen now? Resort price gone up.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But this is the thing. It's this competitive nonsense. You're just mad because we have the highest tourism numbers. No, we're not. You have the most oppressed tourism and hotel workers in the entire region. The reason why you have high tourism numbers is because the prices are lower because of the tax concessions, right? So when they import food, right? When I go to some of these hotels in Jamaica, I'm not getting Jamaican food. I'm getting food that's been imported from another country that they don't got to pay no duty on. Go and pay attention to what's happening in your country. Don't fuck with me. I'm the fucking encyclopedia for the Caribbean. I'll school you from here to yin yang. Just because I cuss and go on bad, don't think that I don't know what's going on. There's a reason why the people call me the governor. Because these are the things that you're supposed to be advocating for. That's what the fuck you're supposed to be getting up doing instead of trying to come and harass a person in Canada that's trying to still promote and push dancehall music despite your stupid ass in my comments trying to tear me down. You don't have nobody that's mainstream pushing dancehall right now. Not one person. Because no one listens to Winford and no one listens to Anthony Miller internationally. It's only Jamaicans listening to them. All of your top vloggers, whoever they are, I'm not gonna name no names, whether they have 300,000 and 400,000 followers, it's Jamaicans that listen to them. My fan base is not Jamaican. 65% of my followers are not even from the Caribbean. So the one person that's getting up, that's trying to get people to buy TJ Drift single on iTunes, right? That still brings Toya, that got her face diverse, that got her face mashed up in an event. Shut the fuck up, get out of my comments, and go and do something with yourself. Go and protect your hotel industry workers. Since you want to come and brag about your tourism rates, you want to come and brag about the oppression of your people, you want to come and brag that Sandos has your people locked in a headlock and a body lock? Because they fucking paying them pennies and then they still taxing them and they not taking the tax money and giving it to the government? You got bigger motherfucking problems than me. What you need to do is fall back and get up my comments and allow me. Go and put yourself and make yourself do something constructive. You can't do that. Go and buy 2 songs right now in dancehall. You can't do that. That's why I say you're a divisive set of people. All you know what to do is come and tear down, tear down, tear down. Go and help your hotel and tourism workers because they're struggling. They're getting bull from the front and the back. Why you don't go deal with that? Ask where Sando's tax remissions have been over the last 5 years. They ain't got none. Why they ain't paying the people's NIS unemployment, but they taking it from the people's pay that they already paying them below regular minimum wage on. Why you don't go fucking deal with that? That's gonna go over your head because you only know about grumbling and gremlins.
What I know is everybody in the comments needs to go book their last vacation to Jamaica now. Because after the people them see this live, the price gone up double time. That may I tell you right now.
That's why Bajans on the Twitter said that you're Canadian. First off, I am Canadian. I'm born and raised in Canada. My parents are Bajan. Bajans can disown me. Barbados is 280,000 people. My following is 570 something thousand people alone on Facebook. So my following on Facebook is double the island of the people that are disowning me. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
The people disowning me on Twitter are 2 times smaller than my following. What are you talking about? I'm bigger than Barbados. They don't have to claim me. I'm Caribbean.
And that is the point. You're Caribbean, so you're legal to talk about anything that has to do in the, what you call it, the diaspora.
But I vex
That's
that
the
Bajans
diaspora.
don't claim me. Bajans don't gotta claim me, nigga. I done claim myself already. I'm mad? No, I'm not mad. You're just stupid. And then you will come and say that I'm making Jamaicans look bad. You make Jamaicans look bad. You are making Jamaicans look stupid in these comments.
But I'm gonna need to ignore the comments though. We need to have
I am
Christina,
good.
we
No,
need
but
some
this is the
Tina
thing. This is the problem. This is the problem. With dancehall, there's no one promoting it. There's nobody talking about the artists. There's nobody talking about the songs. Everybody's talking about sucker. You think that I can make Jamaicans look bad and you got PD on a video talking about Ninja Man and Queen Ifrica? Man,
I tell
all
you, don't
to-
bring up that again. That was your last chance, you know.
But you understand what I mean? Like, me, get out of here, man. You guys make your people look bad every day. Go on TikTok and look how Jamaicans be acting on TikTok, man. Stop your fuckery, man. You always want to come blame people, talk about tourism numbers. You go tourism numbers. All you guys collect sandals, come in and give these people minimum wage and then tax them and then keep the tax money. They're already oppressed.
Bro,
You understand what I mean, Blaxz?
Stop talking about sandals. I'm trying to go on the thing on over the water and you're about to mash up the whole flex right now.
But understand this. Imagine you getting taxed and you already getting minimum wage, below minimum wage. On top of that, then now the hotels are not, they're not remitting the tax money that you pay. So when you now lose your job and you go to the government to collect the benefits that you've been paying for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, there's no benefits paid for you because the company kept it. So the company's taxing you and keeping your money.
No, I get you.
Like
The
what?
The energy what certain people have in the comment and have for the live and have for your platform, they should have that on things like their life and their what they care about or claim to care about.
It's just stupid. Like, my thing is this. You trolling me over a lie. But you're not out dealing with the truth. You're not out dealing with fucking reality. You're not out dealing with the shit that's affecting your mom, your grandma. Like, if you're in my comments and your mom has no hot water in her house, like these are the things I always wonder. Like, I bet your grandma has no solar dynamics and she's a bathe under a standpipe. You understand? Like, what the fuck are you doing out in people's comments? I guarantee you your grandmother bathes in the backyard still in a shed with a galvanized roof in the back. I bet you. Then they're gonna come in. What they do, Blaxz? They'll be like, "Oh, please, I own 5 and 6 companies." No, the fuck you don't. Because if you did, you would be busy with them, and you wouldn't be in my comments making the fucking fool of yourself. You're idle, and you have no life because you're jumping up to go on someone's page that you don't like. You have no life. You cannot prove to me you have a life because you, Blaxz, gonna do what makes you feel good. What you gonna get up every day to go and attack people that you don't like?
Nah,
When I get up now
energy
off my life, I'm gonna go on the segments of people that I like. I'm not gonna go on segments of people that I don't like.
Like,
From
how
I
do you
found out
find
you're
your way?
Canadian and not Bajan, I knew not to take you serious.
That sounds like somebody with a visa problem.
I guarantee you that person is a person who is trying to blog and they can't get their blog up and running. They can't get it up and running. They can't.
Sound like
That
a
is my
visa.
number one troll. These unsuccessful bloggers. That's why they'll come in and be like, you have 20 people on your live. You have da-da-da-da on your live. But then now when it goes to 14, 15,000 views, they're not coming back and commenting again. You know what I'm saying? Like, big losers. Like, yo, if you want some tips in blogging, I could show you. You don't need to attack me to get my attention. You could send a respectful message. I'll answer you. You know what I mean? The fuck?
Oh,
But
there's
yeah, no, like
enough. Oh,
just put yourself in a situation where you're trying to do something constructive. Being over here doing this stupidness is not that I'm ready to cry. My mom just died. My mother, who's the closest person to me on the planet, my road dog, my brethren, my mother, my sister, like, died. Do you think there's something you can say in the comments that could ever fucking fuck with me more than my mom dying? The closest person to me just died unexpectedly. What the fuck you think you could say to me in the comments to make me cry? Are you dumb? There's nothing that no troll can tell me to make me cry. I've been through the fucking worst thing that could happen to any human being on the planet. What are you talking about?
okay, but wait, no, hold on. But we're not trashing Jamaicans. But that's why I just said, you see, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. Cause it make it look away. Cause even when you look like again at all the other bloggers tonight, at least 2 to 3 dancehall music play.
Right.
When you look at bloggers, they're not promoting music. They're not we just make you know who they're on the billboard and all of these great, wonderful things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The man them are promoting shit. They're promoting pasa pasa. So now you have a platform where it's promoting the Caribbean and what's a part of it, and then you have people coming in talking foolishness, and we know where they're coming from.
Question for you.
So it makes it look like trashing a certain set, but we're not trashing them. But it's just sad that that's where they come from.
How many bloggers have given a breakdown of the billboard and how the chart works and the fact that YouTube streaming views, Spotify streaming views, Audio Max streaming views, etc., all pull into account into the sales for the reggae billboard chart? How many bloggers have sat down and broken that down before?
Because I didn't know until today.
Zilch.
So today I didn't. I never
Zero.
knew till today.
Nada. How many people knew that Bob Marley has been on the chart for 173 weeks at number 1, and that Shaggy is 2 and Sean Paul is 3? How many of you knew that Peter Tosh's album re-entered the Billboard chart from 1976?
And that's what I'm saying. We're just trying to promote positivity and promote the good stuff that's going on, right? And then we'll talk a little side points of what other things are happening, but all this other stuff that's going on in the comments, like that is not really necessary. You could have your opinion.
You're a proud Jamaican. Go and do the things to help your people then. Cause this right here, you're not helping Jamaicans right now. You making people dislike them even more because you see what they're saying. Oh, Jamaicans always attacking Babbzy, da 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 da. Just go away. That would make everyone happy. You and me. Because nobody would be saying that all is ignorant, this and that and whatever, because you wouldn't be acting ignorant in the comments. I have a lot of Jamaican followers that do not act ignorant and that are highly intelligent people. But you want to always showcase the side of your people that they're saying that you behave like. You're not going to see Bajans go in nobody's comments on a Jamaican blogger's comments and be like, "Rassle, fuck you, goblin." They're not doing that because Bajans ain't going to give the energy to people they don't like. Stop making your people look bad. Stop. There's Jamaicans that are prideful. You making them look bad by your behavior. And there's so much causes. Go and get furniture for the hospitals that don't have no chairs. 2 people are sitting on a chair with 2 legs. Like, go help your people. This is not helping them. I'm good. Let's get back to the topic.
Yes.
Someone said dub plate.
Okay, really?
Someone said dub plate.
All right.
Dub plate. Hold on. Let me give a dub plate. Let me give you a just because I want to let you know that I could make even the biggest gospel singer backslide.
Yeah.
This is George Nooks, and we say, yo, Babbzy, give it to them. Straight. Yeah, man.
We got George
Oh,
Nooks
yeah.
backsliding.
Make them
What's
know.
this drive so fast?
They're massive them. Right now. Babbzy said, wait, oh no, have trouble. Don't cry. Oh no, oh no. Just remember, Babbzy is standing by.
Jamaican dumpling in your mother cunt.
Oh, yeah. Massive
I
way.
say,
Oh no, have trouble. Don't cry. Oh no, oh no. Always remember, Babbzy is standing by.
hit the nose, Georgie.
I wanna tell you right now.
Watch it, Blaxz. Watch the range.
Babbzy is standing by. Yeah. So massive, don't worry. Babbzy begging you, don't cry. No.
Getting away with it.
Babbzy said, God is always standing by. So massive, don't worry. Babbzy begging you, don't cry. No.
Can you imagine the top Jamaican gospel singer in the world backslideth to give me a dub plate? Oh God, that one gonna hurt your belly. That one for your belly, man.
Hello, this is the last week I'm gonna allow you to be playing dub plate like that, you know. Cause now,
Okay,
now
sorry.
Yeah, make it look.
I just want to let them know that I got the Jamaicans. I got the Jamaicans.
Yeah, but you have all these dubs, man. And like, yo,
I got the Jamaicans over here. They like, yeah. I got Jamaican dub left, right, and I'm tearing down Jamaicans and the number one gospel reggae singer in the world doing dubs. Shut your bitch ass up. Bye. Like Blaxz said, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track before we go. Cause we got about 6 more minutes, right? Cause I don't want to keep you too long. So
all right. So I think as far as local and international traveling DJs and selectors, I think we mostly go. Oh, there's one last thing too. Now, if you're an traveling DJ that nobody bought your ticket, nobody paid for your hotel, and they didn't pay you to put the venue, that doesn't count. Because I'll tell you honestly, the first couple years when I went to Vincy, we go check my cousin and ting. There's some free dance I have to go on.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
guess what happened? Social media bus, Facebook, Instagram, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're that guy now." So
Oh, yeah.
now you could get me a ticket here and a hotel there, and so my friends, just because you go place and play and you have a big family, it doesn't count. Not
Well,
people have to call your phone and say, "What you doing in 3 weeks on Friday?" Be like, "Oh, I'm supposed to go check Tiny and play dominoes." Say, "I want to pay you money to come." Then now you're in the conversation, okay? And
But-
if your dad used to live there and he's not there, but you go, it's the same kind of thing.
can you
They have to
stop?
call you. No, because I need you to understand. Because enough people fly out. Because here's the next thing. Because I go on resort like twice a year and I don't play. But when you go on resort, if you have a laptop, you know, everybody can play. So you have some
Right.
guys now too. You understand? Look, me rock the beach party around the Rio. No, you didn't. You went and got your laptop, and for about 18 minutes after lunch, they let you play your laptop, and you asked for 3 days. You're not tricking nobody. We've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. So don't let everybody that says they fly out, because we all fly out, but don't act like it's a part of the working hours, because sometimes it's not. And
Well,
that-
artists
yeah.
do that too, right? Artists right now are doing this thing where they are actually like faking events, and
No,
I'm like, why would you fake that you're at an event in Antigua or
They get a
whatever,
pass.
right?
They get a pass. They get a pass.
Why is
Now,
that?
explain. Hold on. First, you have to explain the faking part. Did the event actually go on?
Blacks, I'm not playing this with you today, though. You see you?
No, because all right. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm
you
gonna say. This is
use
what,
use
this
a
is what,
fucking dog when you ready, you know.
no, no, no. Because this is what I'm gonna say. It's not like DJ world. You see, in artist world,
Yeah.
you have to fake it till you make it. So if you're an artist, as soon as you leave the community, you have to make people know this is where you're at. So if you went to Edmonton and Bunty Killer and Valiant had a show and you had to go on stage, you didn't even sing. You just run stage. You better take 10 pictures and post that shit and be like, cha, lot of mercy. You get what I'm saying? You have to fake it. So that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my.
If the artist shows, I get it. Maybe they weren't booked for it, but you don't live there. You don't know. All you know is that this artist is coming out and he making moves, and I can name 10 of them like that right now. See,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
making.
No.
As an
It's
artist,
insane.
you get a
Yeah.
pass. You get a pass. You get a pass. From me. From me, you get a pass. If you weren't booked for the show and you made your own flyers.
Well, there's something that did happen this week that we didn't get to touch on. So the fella that hit the verse with the microphone, he came out and spoke out, and he was interviewed, and he hit his face, so he was hiding. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, you big, bad, and bold, bust up this girl's face with a microphone, and now you're doing an interview and you're hiding your face. Then, on top of that, when I was listening to him, I'm like, these little nigglets is weird, bro. He's talking about, yo, for boy step to me, dog, and for shoot up, yo, call Jamaica, me come from, and yo, me bet you say if you hear my song, dog, my song big. And I'm like, bruh, who is this?
So that's the part when I saw the live, I just watched like a couple seconds of it because I just didn't want my mind tainted. And I heard him say, anyways, the bottom line is I feel like he was drunk and he didn't know what the hell was going on. And he got caught up in his drunken emotions. Cause I remember he was like, if Toronto ever heard my song, if
Yeah,
they ever heard I was gonna perform, then everybody would know my name now. He's like, you see how you don't know my name? Anyhow, I sang the song and everybody would know. And I was like, you see this shit right here?
and he was
I'm
alluding
like, that,
to that, like, well, he was taking the mic from her because the crowd wasn't vibing her. Like, he was trying to say, like, oh, yo, I took the mic from her because, and I'm like, bro, you're really here trying to rationalize the
yeah,
situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you're bullshit.
This is what I wanted to say again too, because you see, before he did the live now, remember, I put it on security because I'm like, I do shows.
Yeah,
If you live in Toronto, you know, like I do the shows. So I'm like, I don't know this guy. If he came up there, somebody had to let him through. And if he
yeah,
got up there without authorization, then that's security's problem. You see, now
right.
that he did the live and he's an
Yeah.
actual artist now, brother, that wasn't it at all. Like,
Well, the thing is, he's only gonna be able,
here's the first thing.
he's only gonna be able to hide
Here's the
himself for
first.
so long.
He's no, his artist career is done. There's no unveiling of this guy.
None,
It's over.
none.
He took the mic from the girl and
Yep.
hit her. You see,
Yeah.
DJ world, there's an unwritten rule like you don't touch my laptop. Like if you touch my laptop, you plug out my Serato cord, and I didn't tell you to do that. If you don't know amongst DJs, that's a thing.
Yeah.
If I call you Babbzy, you're playing in the dance, and I plug out your thing, your bridge and them are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Fuck are you doing? Exact.
You
No,
see
I
when
know
an
that.
artist, you see when an artist is performing, and remember, she was called out, so you're in the middle of somebody's set. He
Yeah.
can't decide it's my time now. You're
Turn.
taking off
Yeah.
because she got called out on somebody's set, so that set's not done. He should have never did the live. He would have had like You know,
He could have been able,
doublet,
yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, because he was literally trying to say, like, yeah, she was taking too long, and this is Toronto, you know, like,
No,
so he basically trying to say, like, the crowd wasn't vibing her, so he was taking the mic from her, but it's like,
that's
bro,
not
you
his
still
fault
don't,
to me.
yeah, exactly. So for me, I was just like, but she's on stage now. She was on like everywhere for the last couple of days, so I'm glad to see that for her. You know, because Diverse is one of the people that support everyone, and she doesn't deserve that.
I'm glad to see it because, like, right after Fully Loaded days, she was doing her thing, and she would
Yeah,
come to certain banquet hall. She's one of the first people who start giving me money pull up, and that made me go look for her songs. And she actually has. It's not like we're like boosting her because this happened. She
right.
actually has good music.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she's a good artist and has good music. Like if
yeah.
you listen
And
to
she
ten
just
of
had
her
a
songs,
baby
you're gonna
too.
like.
That bothers me, bro. That's why I stay with the Draco, man. We stay with it. I'll be like, yo, dog. Brr. You know what I mean?
You and this Drake.
Brr. No, let me tell you something. Because we live in a time, maybe 20 years ago, you walk around and you'd be like, dudes don't hit women. You know what I mean? This shit ain't gonna happen. But I've been hit 3 times in my life, and all 3 times that I've ever been hit, I've been hit by a dude. Right? Like I've never been boxed by a woman and hit like cause it's like they too slow. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be like Clarissa Shields and them from UFC to come and hit me like that. And even still, you're not gonna just hit me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, all 3 times I've ever been boxed and hit, I've been hit by a man that I've been conversing or something happened, and he swung first and hit me first. So now I walk with the mindset like everybody, Draco gonna hit you in that hip, and your belly gonna be at Centenary, and you gonna be at Scarborough General. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Well, Blaxz, tell us what we have going on for the rest of the week so we can get up on out of here.
Well, everybody knows Island Mix. They're doing their 15-year anniversary, 18-year anniversary. That's this Thursday. They're doing it up in Pickering. Freshmen, they have their thing going on at Diamonds. Outside that, yo, I'm trying to chill for the month of May, man, because you see, going into June, like I'm in Winnipeg. Sorry, I'm in Montreal on the 13th. I'm in Winnipeg on the 27th.
Yeah.
From June starts, we're on that summer run. Like, you know what busts my head right now? I don't know if it's because I'm paying attention more, but in the last 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
there've been a lot of band launches and mass camps,
Yeah.
and the shit's ram doing numbers, bro. Like we're doing our parties and we're like, my boy has his mass camp going on, and the carnival, that whole situation. That's why I'm kind of glad that now there's carnival everywhere, because everything that can be incorporated with that, whether we like it or not, if you can incorporate anything you're doing right now with a carnival, especially as like an artist, as far as music is concerned, you're not gonna lose, bro.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, you can't. That's what I was saying the other day. Like carnival is just the the it thing right now because it's like everybody can play mass and fat women can play mass and fat dudes can play mass and you know what I mean. So that's why
And
I
it's
always say
everywhere.
yeah, it's everywhere. So it's like Atlanta Carnival, Orlando Carnival. You know what I mean? Philly Carnival.
And then
Everybody has a
when you
carnival.
join up with certain camps, like they're everywhere too. So you'll see a one two
Yeah.
familiar face when you don't know nobody.
It's funny you said that because my brother has friends that my brother lives in Vancouver and he has a friend, she's white, and she was like, I gonna go to Notting Hill, but I don't have nobody to go with. I'm not sure. I'm like, you can go to Notting Hill by yourself. You're good. She's like, go to a carnival by myself. I'm like, yo, you're good. Trust me. You're going to make friends. You'll be all right. And she was just like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, you're going to go. You'll be fine. When she went and came back, she messaged me and she's like, Babbzy, I'm going to Grenada Carnival and da da da. And then I'm going because my friends that I met there, you were so right. Like, oh my God. And she was like scared. She's like, I'm white. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're going to make friends down there. Just go. You're fine. Cause it's just that spirit, you know what I mean? And when I went to Trinidad Carnival, it was insane. Like, it was like the happiest place on earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was literally like it was just every time you're walking on the road and it's just like, Babbzy, oh yo, girl, oh you said something the other day that I didn't like, but I love ya, and like you know what I mean. You weren't getting no aggression.
And
Like everyone was happy.
like I could be wrong, but yes, it's carnival, and yes, it's gonna be soca. But depending on where the carnival is, you're gonna get different types of music. And I'm
Yeah.
not just saying dancehall, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
just saying Afrobeat. I'm saying depending where it is, depending on what's the swing for the area and certain little things like that, you're
Yeah.
gonna get. You will go to a carnival where you might go Jamaica carnival and hear half dancehall, half soca. You
Right.
might go Vinci carnival and hear 70% soca, 30% culture, 20% dancehall. Like you might go certain places, so don't feel like every carnival is like a Trinidad or a Grenada
They're all
or a
different.
Yeah,
They're
you're
all
right.
different.
And you might go Miami Carnival and you might hear some trap music and people at work.
Yep,
You
it's
understand?
true. And it was funny because that was one of the things that I noticed at Trini Carnival. They didn't have that dibby session that soca events normally have around the world. Like catch a bucket of water and keep it there for your daughter and make it like they never had that. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Why do you
yeah.
call it DBDB? Why did you call it
Because
DBDB?
that's what it is. It's just like, 30 seconds of walking up, 30 seconds of walking up. Like, they have that session everywhere, but they never had that in Trinidad because Trinidad, they don't do that. You know what I mean? Like in Barbados, you'll have the most like girl hair done outfit to the nines and certain songs come on and all her knees is rub out because she's on the ground, you know what I mean? Trinis are a little bit more like nah, you know what I mean? We not gonna really like scab out like that right now. So that's why I say that because it's actually called the dibby segment. Dibby
Okay,
segment.
okay, okay.
But
Okay, okay.
we had a good convo tonight. You know I love you as always, my BFF online. Everybody's like Blaxz. Somebody said something about you. You're here. I just saw the comment. I have to go back and read them. But yeah. So next
Huh?
week we're back Tuesday, and Jesus Lord, why is this bank calling me? Why would my bank be calling me at 10:45 at night?
Cause they want to get some money and you not say yes.
Probably my damn card got hacked again like it always does. But yeah, so yeah, next week we're
Yo,
gonna
yo,
come
yo,
back with the comments. Hopefully Ricky will be able to join in. i,
what?
I like
Yo,
i like
I've
the
been doing that.
I like the Marsville surprise at first.
Yo,
He
that
could
was
sing,
good.
huh?
That was-
Yeah, he could sing.
Yo, your
Oh.
thing's up. Yo, your thing's up there. Eh? I'm like, what? I'm
Marsville
gonna
came
have
and
to
let
go
us
back.
know. Yeah, man.
No,
All right, well,
you're doing
Well, I had a surprise for you, but because Ricky is not here, I couldn't show it to you. The logo, the new, but you gonna see it. I'm gonna put it on the me and you screen so you see it. You gonna faint when you see it. You gonna be like, Babbzy, you outdid yourself. Heifer, you
yo,
outdid
thank
yourself.
you. I know you've been
Yes.
working on it first.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got the screen setups and everything, but like Jesus Lord, I still learning how to work it. But all right, Blacks, have a good week. We'll link. Big up yourself, people. Mr. Working Hours on
Tell me how
Instagram.
big of everybody in the comments and tell Christina big behave herself, cause I don't forget about the list, the TJ list from last week. I don't forget about that. But still,
Don't be mad with Christina. Christina is Team Babbzy. She got your back out here. If they play with you in these YouTube streets, she got you. Say so. Just work it out with her. Work it out with her. All right.
all right. Everybody
Right, man.
big up
All right,
yourself, and
Buds.
you never big up the old whores all night, but big
The
them up.
Old Horse
Still.
Association. They're on Instagram more so than YouTube. You know how that goes.
All
But
right,
be
you
good,
done now, my
Blacks.
gun. You got it.
Stay out of trouble. All right. So, guys, next week we will be back. Hold on here. Next week we will be back. Am I going to switch it back to this one? Let's see if it's going to work. It's not going to work. Let me see if I can go back to the default. Oh boy. This is what happens when you get fancy things and you can't work it. So Blaxz is still there. Look at Blax's silhouette. Anyhow. So guys, next week we'll be back. Fantastic Friday will be this Friday. The reason that I didn't have one that just passed is because I ended up having a migraine and I was not feeling good at all for a couple days. So I was just trying to get back on track because you know how the weather and stuff do. Let me make sure the people in the chat, Ingrid, Brathwaite, Nikita, Christina, Roja, I love you. Okay, girl, got you. Did everybody get there was somebody that Serenity, I saw you. Serenity, you had it. Good. Red Dog, I gotta read back the comments because you was going in over here. Gaza Ricardo, right? You see you? I'ma holla at you. You supposed to be holla at me when certain things is be ting 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 and ting ting ting. Cause Drea be slow, you know. Drea be slow with it. Gaza Ricardo, you supposed to message me too. Put me on whatever list that Drea's on. All right? Cause I'm getting shit slow. I don't like this, Gaza Ricardo. Me and you supposed to be here. You make sure you put me on the same list Drea's on. You know what I mean? All right, cause I got some info late. No, don't be late with it, Gaza Ricardo. Be on time with me, all right? Dwight, big up yourself. Love you. Share Bliss 246, girl, big up yourself as always. Big supporter. Christina, yeah, you know you there. Yeah, Christina, you always there. Keep, my girl, keep. Let's try to do something this week. I'm trying, girl. Keep. We gotta make time. I'm making this public. People, message me Friday and ask me if I scheduled time with Nikita. Right? I have to schedule time to see Nikita in real life. Make sure that you message me Friday and ask me if I scheduled. That's why I'm putting it public, Nikita. That's how serious I am, how we gotta hook up. Ask me if I schedule time with Nikita. All right. Someone's apologizing in the comments. Oh, whatever. All right, guys. Love you. Serenity. Everybody, stay out of trouble. I'm going to be back Friday. Fantastic Friday. We're going to have some artists passing through. Hopefully, I'm trying to work on Preety, Nessa Preppy, and Skrilla and Jaguar. I don't know how this is going to go. Wish me luck. But yeah, I'm going to work them out. All right. So stay out of trouble, guys. Love you. Be good. And see you on Friday. Bye.